We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TD Phins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. I hope you all enjoy. We're going to start this off with none other than our boy Reason. The reason that we're here. The reason that we're... I don't even know all the words. But anyway, take it over, Reason. You got this, homie.
All right, thank you, TD. What's up, everyone? Welcome to TD's Phins Talk Tuesday night panel. TD's going to be here in a little bit. All your favorites, EM, Finsanity, everyone you love to listen to argue is going to be here. I want to start off talking about the Mark Walton situation because I know it's the top subject right now on everyone's mind. What are we going to do moving forward? I really think this might actually have draft implications in the latter half of the draft, maybe with our Houston pick. But my take on Mark Walton right now is I think guys like this need to be purged from football. I saw a funny meme today. I had to share this with you guys. Wikipedia was updated at one point today, and it said, Mark Walton is also the winner of the 2019 Kareem Hunt punt, pass, and kick competition. So I thought that was pretty funny. But in all seriousness, guys, I think even with him around, I don't think he was the future moving forward. I think, he's a decent back, but he's not a guy who's going to continuously move the sticks and give us, second and threes, third and twos. It's just he's not that guy. He's a good serviceable back. He's a good number two. He can catch the football. He's been a lot better than Kalen Ballage this year, that's for sure. But, I think this really does tie into the draft, everyone. I think now at the end of the first round, guys like Jonathan Taylor from Wisconsin, Travis Etienne from Clemson, DeAndre Swift from Georgia, I think these become viable options now. I think this is something we all have to seriously sit back and look at. This team could realistically take a quarterback, an offensive lineman, and a running back this year. This team could not even address the defensive line or the defense for that matter in the first round. And Mark Walton doing what he did opens a massive hole because we can't move forward with Kalen Ballage. And I know TD was talking earlier today with people about Derrick Henry. You're going to have to pay a lot of money. Derrick Henry is not going to become the top paid running back in the NFL, but he's going to become a top 10 paid running back in the NFL because he was doing what he was doing before Tannehill. He ran, what was his name? The guy from Dallas, Finsanity, you might remember, the running back from Dallas. And he ran him out of Tennessee. Derrick Henry has been the guy since they drafted him. He's been the successor since they drafted him. They're not going to let him walk. I don't even know if he'll leave. And if he does, it's going to be on the cheap. Melvin Gordon. I know that people were discussing Melvin Gordon earlier today.
Are you talking about Murray? I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Murray, there we go.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people were talking about Melvin Gordon today, Finsanity. I don't know what your thoughts about on that. To me, Melvin Gordon's a great back, but again, another guy who wants top-tier money. And is he worth top-tier money? He's been outproduced by Austin Eckler, who's basically on an extremely friendly contract.
Listen, first of all, when it comes to free agency, I'm not inclined to do the things that we've done before, and that's just pay a crazy amount of money. That is not what I'm going to look for. I want to see where we can find good talent for a good dollar amount. You feel me? Even sports bettors, the first thing we always talk about is, okay, what dollar amount are you getting that bet at? And is that line going to move or the point's going to move? Where are you going to get it at? But I'm pretty sure there are a lot of guys, who we can bring in, who can definitely, run between the tackles or get outside. I would definitely, choose Austin Eckler over Melvin Gordon just because Eckler has been available more and he hasn't dealt with injuries. And that's something we're going to pretty much talk about later on once EM and Mr. Ball game get here. And just durability. I would definitely have to say, as far as Derrick Henry, everybody now knows that I'm a diehard Bama fan, but that Tennessee line has pretty much been there. He's always had a Pro Bowl left tackle with Taylor Lewan, who's always been there, even though he's been injured. But Derrick Henry is definitely a back end of the schedule type of running back. You see him get his chunk yards after everyone is beaten up. And the division where we play with, these defenses don't let up. You think about Jacksonville's Jaguars defense, it's not the same anymore. No one is too afraid of the Colts defense. And then the Texans defense has always had a premier, pass rusher in J.J. Watt, but it's like, where are the linebackers? Where are the cornerbacks? Where are the safeties where you just say their names flash? So he's, had a pretty, great situation, if you want to say, on the defensive side. So I'm not too inclined to just go ahead and say, get Derrick Henry, because like you said, we're going to have to pour a lot of cash into these guys. And the fact that people know Miami has the money to spend, they're not giving no discounts. They're not saying, oh, I get to live in Miami. Oh, it's tax breaks and all that. They're not thinking about that. They're thinking, listen, man, ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to buy my mom a house. I wanted to get these fast cars, and God gave me the talent to do that. So why not go out and get mine? And to go play for Miami, a team that's not proven, and I'm going to be the best player, and I'm going to be the reason why these fans buy jerseys and buy tickets and come and see me. Oh, they're going to want every single penny that they can get. So we really have to find a good dollar amount. And the draft. The draft is so loaded, like you were saying. It is so loaded. And someone asked about Cam Akers from Florida State, and now I need to go watch him, because I'm not normally a Florida State type of person to watch. I don't watch ACC football at all. Just being honest, I watch the Big Ten and the SEC for the most part. I might at the end of the night watch some Pac-12, because it's just what's left on, because it's so much later. But when it comes, we have to be smart, and that's what it comes down to. We have to be very smart, because just because you have money doesn't mean you have to spend money.
Exactly.
Because you never know what's coming up.
Especially if we hit on our draft picks, you got to keep some of that money tucked away, because they're going to want to get paid, whether it's a defensive end or whether it's a quarterback or whether it's a wide receiver. They're going to want top dollar if they end up hitting in a couple of years, right? And you're going to want to sign them before they get to that fifth year, or you got to franchise tag them or whatever the case may be. I got a question for you, though.
Yes.
Since we have all this money, I know you're a big defensive fan. Where would you, if you had to purchase one or two reasonably priced or overpriced assets in free agency, where would you spend the money?
Based off of our needs,
yes.
I would say cornerback. Definitely. We definitely need a number 2 guy to go along X. X has shown the ability, to shut down people, once he has a line. So we need somebody who can also command on the other side of the field. That's what you need. And then I would say we're going to probably address safety in the draft. So I think we can address defensive line in the draft. See, I'm more of a address the defense in the draft type of person. And if we're going to bring in speed and stuff on the offense, then go ahead. So I would have to say definitely a cornerback. And we kind of have to figure out what our safety situation is. I can see us bringing in Delpit, but who's going to play alongside Delpit at this point? Because Rashad may be out. Bobby may be out. Jesus, I don't know.
Bobby got to go.
Don't start. It's too early. It's too early. Listen.
It ain't too early.
I was ready. I was in a rage this Sunday myself, okay, over Bob. But he was
gave
hurt.
Up 2 touchdowns.
He was hurt. He
should have been out there then.
Let's not talk to an Alabama fan about something hurt.
I'd rather let somebody else be out there and take those reps and get the experience, and then have a legitimate excuse for him, as opposed to having him out there.
Listen, here's the thing, though. You feel me? Bobby's a captain. Chris Foster, I do not love these players too much.
What is he really giving us, though? What is he really giving us? In cover three, Bobby McCain is bailing early and lining up 26
why did they do a zero blitz?
26 yards.
Why did they do a zero blitz? Just please. And leave Bobby back there on that. Come on now. We know better than that.
If it's zero blitz, his assignment is to lock. His assignment is to walk in, lock down, and run 2.
I know.
He ain't supposed to be way up top on the perch, waiting for the guy to make a decision, and then the guy gets too big anyway. He's supposed to be down there. Get inside of his chest cavity.
Why were they sending Bobby on the blitz though? Like, out of all the people to leave back there, out of all the people in the world on our defense, we leave Bobby.
I think they did that.
Even
so
I know better.
The fact that he gonna be gone. He need to be up out of here.
Oh, Bobby.
Get him up out of here.
What are your guys' thoughts on Nick Needham once again being the highest graded Dolphin this week according to PFF?
I like it.
Development.
The only problem I have right now with Needham is I just think size wise when we match up against teams with bigger receivers, like real big receivers, he's a liability. I mean, but I like the fact that he has a no quit attitude. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna back down from anybody. I definitely like that. You need that in corners, and he forget the last play. That's the most important thing. He doesn't let it stick with him, and then he's on to the next play, even if he gets beat. But I haven't seen him get beat too often. So
It's too early. It's too early.
Yeah, we're not even discussing that young man later. We're not going to discuss him yet because I feel so bad for him right now. But
Yeah.
I tell you what I did. I don't know, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Reason. I know you asked other questions. So, Phins Sanders, please answer his question because I had to get that Bobby thing off my chest. I'm sorry. I apologize, but go ahead and finish answering his question.
What was the question?
Just what did you think about Nick Needham once again being the highest graded Dolphin according to PFF this week? I think that's 2 weeks in a row, if I'm correct.
I'm going to be honest, as I try to be as much as possible in life, not just only on this panel. I did not see this coming from Nick. In the preseason and all that, I did not see this guy. And normally, don't start TD. Normally I can see a player's potential, especially defensively. But the way that he has come along through the development and the coaching, I can only take my hat off to him. And I definitely have to shout out Rip Tupac because he's been on Nick Needham. I don't know if it was just his name or from wherever he was from, but Rip has been on this guy since day one, before I think he got on the roster and everything. So shout out to Rip for that. But I equivalate this to, people stepping up. That's something that we've always said that we needed on this team. When a player goes down, someone has to step up and take their place. And that's something we haven't seen in previous years, whether it's due to our coaching inabilities or deficiencies. But I'm just happy. I'm just happy because I know if we can get this done with 1, 2, 3 players, it's just going to translate over time throughout this roster. And something like this can, permeate a team and change the atmosphere and change the culture, because now you can say they took that guy and did that with him. And now he's like highly graded. Let me go in, maybe put an extra, footwork time, extra film time, whatever I got to do, because these coaches obviously know what they're doing. And this is a guy who took a great, who took advantage of a great situation. What's the name? Because coming in, everything was up for grabs. It was basically competition across the board. The best are going to play. We got some vets in here, but if you guys can step up and take it, we're going to give it. And this shows me that Flores is really about that life. Like, your spot is up for grabs.
I don't know. He still got Bobby playing.
Listen, okay, wait a minute.
2 touchdowns.
We're not going to do this because, like, Bobby was
did he not give up 2 touchdowns?
Huh?
Did he not give up 2 touchdowns?
He gave up 2? Was it 2? You sure it wasn't 1.5?
He missed John Brown over on the opposite side over the
I know, because John Brown was on my fantasy team. Yeah, I know.
X gave up 2 touchdowns to Cooper.
Thank you, Kitty.
Yeah,
but I'm not throwing nobody else underneath the bus. We're talking about Bobby. So I'm not throwing any other player.
That's true.
Underneath the bus. You feel me? At the end of the day, that game was week 3. We talking about week 11, week 10 that we're on right now. So,
man.
Listen.
Bobby, hey, in your heart of heart, Bobby's not the guy. He's not a true free safety.
He's not. No, that's the thing.
He should never play. He should never be doing anything other than nickelback.
But who can step up? Who can step up and do it?
I don't know, man. Listen, get the water boy. Give him a shot.
It isn't that bad.
Don't put Bobby McCain back there.
It isn't. Listen, it's first of all, it's not that bad.
It is. I coach secondary.
I saw missed tackles.
This
Who
dude
did
is
he miss that
26
tackle on?
yards deep at the snap and cover 3. Come on. All you got to do is cover the middle of the field. You don't even have to have elite speed right now. I mean, to cover the middle, to cover the deep middle. 26 yards deep
today, because I mean, a lot of people.
The tight end's name is Croft, the boy that caught the touchdown.
Yeah.
You realize that dude? He ran a 4.82 40. 4.82.
I feel like y'all really came here prepared to talk down about Bobby. Like, why are we looking up bills?
Listen, I got 3 surgeries and I'm on my way to a hip replacement soon, and I still can get out there and cover that.
Listen. My dad owes me a jersey, and I'm gonna get a Bobby McCain jersey just so it can be a throwback.
Yeah, go burn that, man.
I'm not gonna burn it, but I definitely need it.
Turn it into Dustin Claus.
Listen, not only does he have the best smile on the team, he has.
You saw him after he gave it that touchdown.
Yeah, he ain't smiling after getting the touchdown.
Listen, because he knows he made a mistake. But listen, everyone makes mistakes on the field. No one is ever always in the right position. Okay.
Tell me. Okay. So tell me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I don't want to do it. He's still a Dolphin, so
I know. Yeah, I'm just trying to say
like this. When Bobby get traded or released, you'll hear my real thoughts about Bobby. But until then,
this is what you're gonna see from me.
Are you dancing? Listen,
you gotta go. And I'm not even really that high on Delpit anymore.
He's falling, right?
He got 27 missed tackles on the season.
Yeah, he's falling on a lot of draft boards right now.
Yeah,
he might be around for that Pittsburgh pick late.
You know who's not falling?
Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah, buddy. I like you, man. I like you, bro. We on it. Isaiah Simmons is slow. Yeah. It ain't even slow. He got a full steam of speed now, man. Yeah. He is playing lights out.
He reminds me of a way better version of Mark Barron.
There you go.
Way better version.
Yep. Way more athletic. He's faster.
And he can hit.
And he's bigger. 6'4".
Yeah, and he can hit.
Yeah. Yeah, he bring that wood, that's for sure.
He's the definition of a hybrid, really.
Oh, yeah.
We need that.
Did somebody say Wilson's playing better than Bobby? Wow.
He is.
Y'all want to leave Bobby alone. Bobby didn't do nothing.
Playing better than Bobby.
He is, but that's besides the point. But he don't got to say anything.
Bobby. Needham playing better than Bobby. Wilkes playing better than Bobby.
We don't got.
Bobby is garbage. Let it go, Consanity. Let it go.
Hot.
Listen.
Let it go.
Let me. But Bobby playing better.
Oh well, everybody playing better than X because X ain't playing. So why you even got to even bring him into the conversation? TD, the dude, he ain't leaving. You might want to love. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Hashtag petty TD. There we go. All right.
TD need to stop that foolishness, bro.
Hey, I got a question.
You need to put some respect on him.
No, it happened. I don't know. We haven't had an opportunity to discuss it. I don't know if y'all brought it up because I'm late to the show. But is it fair? That Myles Garrett is suspended indefinitely and Mason Rudolph has not suffered any consequences to what happened on Thursday night?
No.
I think.
Perfect time to come in. I love that question.
No.
Me and my wife argued about this. My wife feels that Mason Rudolph had just as much blame and a lot to do with it, right? I disagree, though.
How?
I don't know. Maybe y'all help me out. Again, Mr. Ballgame.
I'm listening.
First off, are you referring to him on his way down, kind of got his hand on the helmet, pulling it? Is that your gripe?
There's two. He went for the helmet, and then he came at him after it, and that's why he swung, because he tried to get at
him. But the coming after was nothing. That's just, I ain't gonna get out here and look embarrassed.
They haven't even let Myles Garrett even. But
hey, Tommy,
a person very, 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 very close to the situation said Myles said that Mason grabbed his manhood
Oh,
Well,
And
okay,
that's
well,
why.
I can understand that and respect that, but did you see that? Did I see that? Did anybody see that?
I mean, they panded to only the scenes that they wanted us to see. They never really showed us the whole thing.
yeah.
So do we just automatically give him the benefit of the doubt and say,
No,
yeah,
I'm
he
not
did,
giving it.
though?
No. I'm saying up. Listen, it's all fair game to me. Up
Mhm.
until he took that helmet and took it up over his head to bring
That's
it down
why-
with force to hit him in the head.
I agree.
That's why I didn't mind.
Yeah,
And I ain't think anything was bad until that helmet flew.
Yeah, everything up to that is fair game because I've seen way worse. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
mean, even ripping Rudolph's helmet off, it wasn't good, but it wasn't. I ain't okay. That happens, you know.
Right.
But when he slung it, it was a wrap.
That's a wrap. Yeah, from that
It
point,
was a wrap.
then
Listen,
at that point, up until that point, I was like, oh, okay, all right, fight. Oh, no.
Yeah, you know.
That's exactly like, oh no.
And let me tell you,
he gone.
Let me tell you what helped Rudolph become more of a victim. Like about 70% into it, when he slung the helmet and Rudolph threw his hands up, right?
Yeah.
They came and it's almost like you bullied them. You just pushed them on the ground again afterward. The guy, remember?
Yeah.
That's what took anything off of him. That turned it into y'all just trying to abuse this man now.
So, but wouldn't that be one of those situations though when you look at a situation in a fight because one person beat the other, so they both initiated the fight, and then one guy beat the other guy worse than you know what I'm saying. Then you would imagine the guy that really want to whoop on him, but then they both were fighting. So shouldn't Mason Rudolph at least get something?
No, because they both. But Mr. Morgan, they both weren't fighting.
TD.
He tried to
TD, I'm sorry.
off too. And
He tried to get out.
That was on his way to the ground. He's doing a little shadiness. I get that.
And then he
but everything that the NFL ruled on was right after that.
TD.
Everything that was ruled on was after that.
TD. Now, right here, listen. I'm from the suburbs of New Jersey, okay? Let me preface this by saying this. I'm from the suburbs of New Jersey. I've never, known the hard knocks or none of that. You feel me?
I'm 6-1 lifetime.
But here's the thing. You do not run up on nobody if you don't want that smoke.
Exactly.
Even I know that.
Okay, but you are 1,000% correct. He wanted it, he got it, but guess who gets in trouble? The person delivering it.
But he
NFL don't care nothing about you running up for it.
It's not about who was wrong. It's about should Mason Rudolph have some type of disciplinary action towards him? And the answer to that question is yes.
First off, it's an easy way out for Rudolph. The guy got his helmet. It's an easy out for him. Don't get me wrong. This ain't cool for Rudolph or anything like that. But if you thought Rudolph was getting any punishment, come on now.
Listen, I've seen Aqib Talib pull Crabtree's chain off twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twice. And they still wanted that smoke. If you run up on an NFL player in that high octane situation, what did he expect? What, he thought he was gonna hug him? What Mason saw was his offensive line all there in front of him, and he thought he was protected.
Yeah.
But Garrett said, if you want this smoke, come and get it.
I agree.
You do.
I agree. The question was, should he have gotten a punishment too?
Yes.
That's one game.
I think
the only thing is, I think the biggest thing for me, bro.
No, I think he just got a fine.
The fact that if we allow, so they're all men, and I used to always tell my defense this. I said they're gonna protect the quarterback, but you gotta be smart about if you got an issue with him. I see y'all going back and forth on Twitter and all this stuff when I was coaching. I used to tell my boys, I said, anything that you put out there, you better be prepared to back it up on that field on Friday because somebody on that other side was watching that information and they gonna try you. Now be smart. Don't be the last guy to get caught. That's what I used to always tell them. I said, protect yourself at all times, but don't be the last guy to get caught. And don't do anything
the point.
that's gonna hurt the team. So
Don't be the last guy to get caught.
Yeah.
And out of 10 things that happened, the last 8 things, none of them were Rudolph.
Yeah.
Don't be the last person to get caught. It always works this way. I'm not saying that if I was the commissioner, I wouldn't have suspended him. I might have gave him 2 or 3 games just for instigating pulling him down with the helmet. But me knowing how this league is and how the rules go in situations like this, I knew there would be nothing for Rudolph. But for Mason, I knew that was probably it for the season and maybe more. I knew that.
See, my thing is, I don't think that helmet would have been swung if he didn't run at him with his lineman holding him. And you
doesn't matter. You got his property. Doesn't matter.
And ball game, when it actually happened, I thought Rudolph must have said something because Garrett is not a dirty player, and he's snapped.
Oh, he's a dirty player, but
he said a racial slur.
That's what he said. That's what Mason said. That's what Mason said.
Yeah, that's what Myles Garrett said.
And this is, I'm gonna be honest, man. This is where it gets kind of tough, man. Because if he did, let's keep it 100. It still don't justify his action. No. But at the end of the day,
I can see
this is where
because he went from like 0 to 100.
Yeah,
true. But players got to be smarter.
Especially with 8 seconds left.
You won the game.
Yeah.
When the game is over, why wouldn't you just run up into some of these cameras and let them know exactly what happened? Just put people on blast or something, but you take it away out your pocket. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, Rudolph is about to sue him. Rudolph is about to sue him, and legally he has a case that the NFL can't stand between because that was technically assault.
I thought he was
NFL. The NFL only covers you.
Wasn't gonna press charges. It never said Mason Rudolph wasn't gonna press charges.
Except no, his lawyer already said we will be seeking legal action.
Yeah,
he's finna get money from him too because the NFL cannot put that under the umbrella of football. The NFL has already made it clear in this situation. We are only responsible for things happening pertaining to regular flow of a game action. That's like your late hits and different things like that. But when it comes to assault, fighting, and all of that, the NFL can't stand in the way and say, oh, it's part of the game and it's part of the collateral. He literally might get sued and still have to pay up and not even be making money because he's suspended.
Exactly.
You got to be smarter. I don't care what racial slur. I don't care what he said. Now, if he grabbed you in certain areas, that's different. But I'm just saying. You gotta be smarter. That's all I be saying, man. They don't make it right.
I used to tell my boys, be as dirty as they are, let's don't get caught. And then if you need more, we'll tune them up in the parking lot afterwards.
If they show up.
They show up. Well, no, they gotta come get on the bus.
But not in the NFL though.
Not in the NFL, but in high school, they gotta go get on that bus.
I hear you, yeah. You're right. Man, it's a tough one, though. That was a good question because me and my wife was arguing. She was like, no, he started it. He should have. My wife was going in. I saw her in the chat recently.
So, man,
there she go.
I'm okay with all of it up until he took that helmet and tried to hit him in the head with it. And I was like, oh.
Man, when I saw that, I said, there you have it. It's over.
It's a wrap.
And then the guy came and pushed him on the ground after that. I was like, they're going to say y'all abused him.
Was it one that Pouncey that was kicking him?
Yeah, it was Pouncey.
Yeah.
Now, hey. You mean Pouncey that was kicking
Garrett?
Garrett. Yeah. Now I was down. I ain't gonna lie. I was down for that.
Anyone would do that for. I
was down for protecting your old lineman, not liking what you saw and going in and going at it. That was what it was. You see, but and like I said, how many games Pouncey got suspended?
3.
Exactly. But as soon as you slung that helmet, it was a wrap. It was a wrap, man. Man, I never forget when I was in college at our homecoming game. We had a battle of the bands where the high schools got to play after the game, like 3 high schools. All I know is we beat the other team. They start fighting our players, and the little high school bands, they were over there grabbing the high school band drums and throwing them at each other. Throwing drums and everything at each other. That was a huge brawl, man. I never forget that. We were stuck there for probably, we were stuck there an additional 3 hours after the police and everybody had to come through. But it was crazy, man. Them fights can get crazy. That's why they got to make an example. Got to make an example, man. To a degree, you come close to ending your career, you slinging a helmet at somebody.
Yeah. Did you see the right before that, beginning of last week, Vontaze Burfict said Roger Goodell is a F and B.
Well, I didn't even see that. Gosh.
Yeah. They had his meeting on Monday, and he said, man, this is the biggest waste of time because we came in, we sat down, and he already had the paperwork already figured out what he was going to do. They never even listened to any of the stuff that I had to say. They never looked at any of the fact that I went for God knows how long without an incident. He said Roger Goodell is a F and B. I knew it was.
I don't want to hear nothing from Vontaze Burfict. I don't want to hear nothing from that dude.
That's a dirty player.
I do not blame Roger Goodell one iota.
I want to work at the NFL no more.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Why, EM? Why?
Man, the track record. Come on, man. Look at that dude's rap sheet.
Yeah.
Bro, come on, man.
If I go to prison, that make me a prisoner for the rest of my life.
When you go to prison like 6-7 times, yeah.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But still,
it
doesn't.
Hey, ball game.
I know what you're saying, man. I'm just messing with you, bro.
No, man. He needs to. No, I don't want to hear nothing from Vontaze.
He's just dangerous for other players. Too,
yeah,
right?
EM Dolphins. Dolphins fan. He finally right about something. Once you're something, you're always that. Once you're injury prone, you're always injury prone. I ain't saying no name. But let's keep going.
You need an explanation.
I think Burfict need to do, man. Just remember that, like, once the whistle blow, man, let up.
Ain't nobody safe from the field. Not even his own players.
Yeah, cause he come. He looking to take every shot possible to get you up out of there.
Listen, Ian, that's apples and oranges, baby. That's apples and oranges, bro.
So your point is what?
But come on, we all know that Vontaze Burfict is going to give you 4 to 10 bad hits.
You chopping up, Insanity. I can barely
you breaking up, Insanity.
I can barely hear you.
We can't hear you.
She was about to make a good point too.
I know, right? I was interested in that. She was saying apples and oranges. We know that he gonna give you what?
I wish TD's mic would go out.
That will make your day, huh, EM?
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a birthday gift. When your birthday, EM Dolphins fan?
Yep.
When your birthday, man?
Hey, December 28th, baby.
Man, December 28th, man. I'm gonna try to get 2 on the show. I'm gonna try to get 2 on the show. All right. I'm gonna show up at his rehab. I'm gonna show up at his rehab and see if he want to join the stream.
That injury, the same injury Bo Jackson had, man.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Stop it, ball game. Stop it. Stop it.
Mr. Ball Game, which one? Which one? Which injury? The concussion, the broken nose, which ankle?
Hey,
I just mess around, man.
I thought we weren't gonna get to it till later on. I thought we had other.
Oh, nobody said Tua. You just said his name for the first time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I think Bo's biggest problem was they didn't reduce the hip quick enough, too, right? And he also had a different type of dislocation.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem was they didn't reduce the hip. That was the biggest issue with that.
Man, listen, a hip injury on a quarterback is it could be devastating.
No.
I mean, CJ Mosley had the same exact injury at Alabama, and he's gone on to have a Hall of Fame career.
But how many games has Mosley played this year?
Eric Berry had the same injury.
So what?
So,
hey, Ian, man, I might as well go and get it out the way now, then, man. Where's his draft stock now?
I've had some time to sit and ponder about that. I'm glad you asked me that question.
Mm-hmm.
You had to know it was coming.
I'm just curious. Take the fan out of it. Just be real.
Listen here. We all know how I feel about this particular prospect.
It just irks me when you say it like that.
with
this
that
particular prospect.
with that being said, I I'm gonna have to do my due diligence. I'm gonna have to really investigate the medical.
Bro, you there?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you had broke up for a second. You back now.
Sorry. I'm gonna have to. It boils down to our medical staff, what our medical people say, and how they feel, what the long-term ramifications of that injury could potentially occur. But with that being said, man,
I think he should stay right where he at, man. In college, one more year.
No, absolutely not. He should
Cost
come
himself
out.
more money.
He has nothing. He has nothing else to prove. He has nothing.
He got to prove that he recovered.
And what did I tell? Hey! What did I tell you? I told y'all a month ago. He needs to shut it down. Because I knew something like this was gonna happen. I knew it.
EM. Let me ask you this: if he wasn't out there on one ankle, would he even have been hit from behind by those two linemen? And would we even be sitting here and talking about this right now? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Because if you
a healthy Tua escapes that.
Right. I saw when they broke down the hit Saturday, and they showed the hit frame by frame. And if you look when the two defenders initiated contact with him, you can tell he pulled up and kind of was trying to overcompensate the fall on that ankle, which when he fell, when he actually hit the ground, his knee hit the ground first.
Yep.
And all of that weight from those two defenders fell on top of him, of his knee.
It was two defenders.
Exactly. Which is what caused his hip to pop out of place.
Mm-hmm. Lightweight.
And it's a freak accident.
It is
lightweight.
It's not a freak accident if you got a kid out there playing the game trying to pad up stats when you already up by 28 points.
Okay.
He was up 28.
You know the truth, EM. He was padding the stats, bro.
It did come out that before that drive. He tried to have Saban to come out to stay in. Saban wanted to pull him, and he wanted to stay in.
That's my point.
Saban's got to be the adult there.
Why would he
got to be the adult? Saban's got to be the adult, and the coach would say, "No, you got one ankle, sit down."
If you ask any player, they're gonna tell you if they can walk. If they can walk, they're gonna tell you, "I'm gonna play."
That's just a bad all-around situation on both sides. Him for asking to be out there in a 2-minute drill when you're up by 28, and Nick Saban agreeing to that foolishness.
It was terrible. It was not good decision on either party.
It looked like bad decision making.
Oh, here. He wasn't in the pocket when he made.
How much money he lose by? How much money does he lose not coming out of this year?
He was 11 of 13 for 223 yards with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's killing.
That's a bad decision. You're right. That's bad decision.
Stop that foolishness! Playing a bum team, playing a bum team, playing a bum team, getting the ball. He was getting the ball on the 30-yard line every time.
Joe Burrow they still winning?
Yeah, his ankles actually look stronger.
How did we get on LSU?
Anyway, as far as the draft stock,
because they better than Bama.
Anyway, as far as Tua's draft stock, in my estimation.
Yeah, because we still ain't heard the answer yet.
I'm not gonna play around. I'm not gonna fool around. It's too many teams that are coveting quarterbacks. They need quarterbacks. I'm not gonna fool around. I think he's still worth that risk at number 4. He's still worth that risk, baby. So, as long as the medical checks out. And keep in mind, last time we were in this similar situation where we had to make a medical decision on a player. We had Dante Culpepper sitting there, we had Drew Brees sitting there. And we had to make a medical-based decision on what quarterback that we signed and what happened.
Dante life.
Just saying.
I just want to throw this in.
Different front office. What are you talking about?
You would still take a guy with 2 banged up ankles, two ankles with pins in them, and a fractured hip.
Okay.
And we don't know really what
What did I
Okay,
say?
hold on.
Concussion.
Ball game. What did I say? I said as long as the medical. That's where I'm gonna lean on my medical.
any medical staff in the nation gonna clear that boy because they thinking the same way you thinking.
Deshaun Watson had 2 blown out ACL.
I take ACLs all day.
I'll
take those all day over a bad hip, bro.
But again, you can
okay. Can I hear? Let me say this. Okay. Now, I've actually looked into the surgeries. I looked into the ankle surgery, the orthopedic. It's an orthopedic zip tie. Okay, they basically put in your ankle. You can heal naturally, and actually, your ankle becomes more stable and less susceptible to sprains down the line. They're basically that's why I call them Terminator ankles. Now the hip
ziplock ankles. Okay.
Ability gets limited as you go on and on. You saw that, right?
All I need is 10 years. Okay, so and then second thing. Okay. I was watching an orthopedic surgeon on CBS talk about it named Dr. Levitt. He's talking about the hip injury. And he was saying that once this heals with the plate and screws in place, the socket's actually going to be more stable than what it normally was. And he's not and the chances do not increase of having further hip injuries. Like it's not going to be like that. So I don't know where people get the notion. People get the notion because of the possibility of a vascular necrosis coming, which is a blood flow problem, right? That's what Bo Jackson's problem was. And then your bone actually dies. And that's where the issue comes in. It's all about the blood flow, how the blood flow is going to be in the hip.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear on my stance, Reason, and the rest of you guys. I'm not worried about Tua's ankles. I'm not worried about his concussion. I'm not worried about his little broken nose. I'm not worried about his hip. I'm not worried about the other few things that they say he has a little problem with that nobody's talking about that also got injured in that. What I'm worried about is the simple fact that he's injury prone. I don't care if it won't. I don't care. I don't care that it won't be re-aggravated. It's always something new.
TD,
I don't care that that same thing it might be strong. What happened?
2 games in 2 years, bro. With the exception of this injury. 2 games in 2 years. How is that injury prone?
What are you talking about? It's always something, though.
Come on, man. Stop, bro. Stop.
But TD, you know,
things start repeat. Tell me what happens if things do start repeating.
TD, you know.
I mean, this guy. Come on, he's small. He's a small quarterback who's fragile.
TD, you know very well that if he had that ankle thing and he was in the NFL, no organization would have put him back out there. That's Saban, and these guys not getting paid.
I get that, but the damage is done now. My point is, if Tua comes in and take as many hits as Tannehill took in the first 4 years, I don't see him surviving 2 years.
That's why I'd sit him for a year. I'd sit him for the year and I'd build the old line.
Sit him for a lot longer than that because at this point now, he can't drink enough milk. I'm just sorry. The guys that's hitting him now gonna be even faster hitting him next year or the year after.
And even heavier and harder.
And y'all forget, we play in the AFC East where defenses are dogs. This ain't no cupcake AFC East. All the defenses are other than ours that's developing have great front fours who can get to the quarterback sending 4. So let's not act like he's going to have all this time. He's going to get hit.
Exactly.
He's going to get hit in the East. Wrong with y'all?
They're going to be gunning. They're going to gun for him just for that simple fact.
I'm a Bama fan. Now, I'm a Bama fan. But you guys see the name and you see everything they say. Let him go. Let him go somewhere in the NFC for all I care. Send him over there. But as far as the AFC East with Buffalo's front 4, Patriots are always sending 4, and the Jets are going to get at you with sending 4. Heck no, never. Go get somebody who can take hits. At least Tannehill could take hits. Every time he get hit, he's injured.
2 games.
But it's always out of the pocket. He doesn't take big hits in the pocket.
I wouldn't care if
this hip thing would not have happened.
It doesn't matter where he takes the hit. In Reason, somebody had a good point. Somebody had a good point. They said, you can't say no organization in the NFL wouldn't put him back out there. Look what they did to RG3.
And how many people have learned from Shanahan's still blamed to this day for that.
Hell, a lot of people have learned because some people say Mahomes shouldn't have been playing in that first game. that Tannehill beat him. By the way,
he wanted to come back. What was it? The game.
Oh,
before,
but ain't that what Tua wanted to do? Come back out there?
He did, but they said no.
Still out there running,
they pushed it back.
Not diving,
Kansas
not
City
sliding.
said yes.
Hey, listen here. At the end of the day, I'm gonna lean on our medical staff. Okay. And again, if the long-term prognosis is favorable, it's favorable. Now, I'm not saying there are concerns. What did I always say?
I'll hold up and get Justin Fields, man.
If you want to nitpick,
trade up and go get Justin Fields.
And if you want to nitpick and use durability issues as
nitpick, that's a nitpick to you, bro. That's a nitpick.
Hey, look, listen
Oh
here.
my gosh.
This situation with this hip, bro, that's a freak accident. I mean, the odds of that happening, they were talking about.
But he had it. But he had it.
I get that. I understand, TD. I understand. But I'm telling you, players get hurt. Players get hurt. That's why you have medical staff to evaluate. If the medical checks out on him, I'm not going to play. And the long-term ramifications are favorable. I'm not going to play around because, number one, I think we can weather it. It's worth the risk. Because if he comes back healthy, and he turns into a Pro Bowl quarterback, which I am, we all know I've been on record as to how I feel about his projection at the next level. If he comes back and he turns into be a franchise quarterback, it's well worth it, bro. Well worth it.
Okay, so PFF
Is Phillip Rivers the franchise quarterback? Did you?
Yeah, but there's a good point. He
like,
won't
there's so
make
many franchise. There's so many franchise quarterbacks that don't get it done. I don't care. I need a quarterback that wins me a Super Bowl. And if he can't stay on the field, or if I would have to worry about him staying on the field or not being available for the big game,
you can't live in fear. Stop. You can't live the life.
Listen, you're so biased. Like EM, you're so biased when it comes to Tua. Tua cannot do any wrong.
I never said that. I never said that. No.
Listen, Tua could literally have 20 concussions, and you will make an excuse for why this team needs to take him.
No, I won't.
You are so biased. Look at the history of these players.
TD asked a question. He asked a question. I answered it. It is my opinion.
But why are you always so biased? Is my question to you now. Why are you always so biased no matter what?
Can I ask you? Gonna let me answer your question or what? Are you gonna let me answer your question or what?
Tone first, but go ahead. Go ahead, Tone, but go ahead.
Let me know when you finish. Let me know when you finish. Go ahead.
Ian, tell the world why you're so biased. Go ahead, because we've been waiting for it.
Are you done? Are you finished? Okay.
Are you finished? Are you done?
The reason
he hot now.
The reason why.
Hey, that finger ain't up yet.
Hey, it's a simple question. Hey, it's a simple answer. It's because of the evaluation that I have on this prospect. Period. Nothing more.
EM Dolphins fan. EM. This is what you're doing, though. This is why people have an easy time feeling like you're biased, bro. If we got the 4th overall pick, Tua is your guy. Before the injury even took place, the hip. This man, major hip injury, concussion, nose, or whatever, all that extra little stuff added on top, sprinkled on top.
I never said there aren't concerns.
I ain't talking about concern right now. But you still said 4th overall pick.
Why?
Basically, that injury, regardless of your concern, does not lower your draft capital of him.
He's still number 2 on PFF's big board that they released yesterday. And you know why? Do you know why? It's because it came out yesterday that he's going to be continuing athletic activities in 3 months, and he'll be throwing by the combine.
The reason why he's still number 2 on the reason why he's still number 2 or highly projected to be drafted, because they know that there are still going to be some idiot teams that do it.
Okay. Well,
that's why.
I'm gonna say this: if we don't select him, we fool around and we do not obtain his services, and he goes to New England, you're gonna see a repeat of the last 15 years. I promise you that.
But the difference is New England would be selecting him with the late pick. That's the difference.
I think he doesn't make it past like San Diego at 12.
No, I know that's why I said I'm not gonna fool around.
Let them take the risk then. Why should we?
I'm not arguing that he's not going to go in the first round and probably early.
Man, trade up.
My thing is, come on, man. You want to put that on the Dolphins? You want to go? You still want to put that on it? Okay, you want to gamble? I mean, come on, man. That's my whole point in this conversation. You want to gamble before it's like you like the guy, I don't like the guy. It's favorable. We go with him. Okay, it's all good. But knowing what we know now with that hip situation, now we're gambling. I don't want to go into the draft gambling. I understand we don't know who will work out. Anybody could be a bust. But come on, you're playing a game where you got 1 out of 10 chances to win versus the original game of 50-50 or whatever.
Look, anybody's concerns are legit. Ideally, in a perfect world, I would like to trade down, and get him at a later pick. But it's too much to risk. If they love him that much, if they are that in love with this prospect, and I believe that they are, you can't. It's too many teams, too many quarterback needy teams that are going to be in between from the.
What if we go number 1
pick and our second pick?
What if we go number 1? You still feel that way? I'm just asking.
I don't think
if we go number 1, you still feel the same way as number 4. You still go.
Number 1 overall?
Number 1 overall. Do you still go? Yep. No, go answer. Throw it out. Hurry up, because you're going to fool yourself. Give me your first thought.
Hey, listen here. I'm not saying I'm not concerned, bro. I am. Hey, bro, anybody with common sense knows that injury is concerning, bro. I'm not saying that. But man, again, it all depends on the long-term ramifications and if Miami is that in love with this. And we've been hearing it for 2 years, well, really a year, that they have been totally enamored with this prospect. And if that is true, as long as the medical checks out, whatever quarterback you're getting anyway, he was going to sit for a year anyway. So he was going to sit regardless.
First of all, if you that guy, you shouldn't. If you supposedly that guy, you shouldn't be sitting anyway.
No, especially if he was healthy. Listen, if he was healthy, let's be clear. If he's healthy, and he go to any other team, they put him out there. They throwing him to the wolves.
Based on what you just said, TD, you said if you that. I'm glad you said that because the next time you bring up Josh Rosen, I'm going to use this as a rebuttal for what you just said. You said if you're that guy, you shouldn't be sitting anyway. So why is Rosen sitting? Is he that guy?
Because no, they're trying to make him that guy. They're trying to make him that guy.
According to you, he is that guy after 2 throws. That's what you said.
Listen,
here you go giving that fake narrative again. You go giving that lie narrative. You know I ain't never said that.
I think all NFL franchises are chasing legacies. They chasing after things that don't exist. None of these kids coming out of college as juniors.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Unless they built to run a 4-3-5 like Lamar, 4-3-3, 4-3-4 like Lamar Jackson, who can get away from everybody and just run all over the field and make people look stupid. Other than that, they sit in the pocket, they're going to struggle because you're talking about guys out there that are moving into spaces and moving through zones faster than they've ever seen in their life. So it takes time for all that to process. So at the end of the day,
he was going to sit regardless.
Huh?
He was going to sit regardless.
Because it's a 2-year rebuild. If you start him, you could win more games than you want to next year.
No, who said it's a 2-year rebuild?
That's been the whole thing. This is a 2-3 year rebuild. That's been the whole thing.
If that's the case, then why not just go get Justin Fields next year?
Because what if we win more games next year and we're in 8 or 9?
They might not.
You got the picks to go up and get him.
I love Justin Fields, so I'm not arguing that.
They might not have that high of a valuation on him. It goes back to what I said about.
But we don't know that, right?
We don't know that exactly.
He's a sophomore, but he lightened it up too.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But what
Is he not reason?
I think Justin Fields. Everyone's talking about Trevor Lawrence. I think Justin Fields will be the number 1 quarterback taken.
Yeah, Justin Fields is that boy. Justin Fields is that dude.
Yeah, he's Lamar Jackson, but a way better passer.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, listen here. I'm gonna on the Lamar Jackson praise that everybody's that Lamar Jackson hype train that everybody's hopped on. We'll see how the playoffs. We'll see once the playoffs start.
Listen, man. You know as well as I do. They beat.
I'm gonna pump the brakes on Lamar Jackson.
Listen, they beat New England, but you saw. I don't know if you watched the game like I watched, but I watched Bill Belichick standing on the sideline taking his notes.
Regular season.
Yep, for the next time for the playoffs.
For the next time, ain't nobody beat New England.
Yeah.
Until Brady is gone and Belichick is at the house chilling, nobody ain't gonna beat him. So it don't matter. The Lamar thing is irrelevant at this point. What I'm saying though is, and based on talent, right now, Justin Fields is the closest thing to Lamar talent-wise, and he's a better passer.
Yeah. Well, you can't say that. You can't say he's a better passer, bro.
Look at his stats.
Lamar Jackson coming out of college had a really bad hitch to throw, and you can tell Arbor worked on it. And Justin Fields has a perfect.
Inflated. How so?
Okay,
he's running, and he's passing.
Yeah.
You cannot judge a quarterback just primarily based on stats, bro, when you're evaluating them. You can't do that.
Oh my God.
Watch Justin Fields play.
Here's what I'll tell you. Sophomores were eligible. I'm 100% confident right now that if sophomores were eligible to come out and go play right now, that boy will be in the top 10.
You know why? Ball game, he would be number 1 because they have the number 1 offense in the country.
Thank you,
Reason.
Hey, did he look better than Dwayne Haskins? Did he look better than what Dwayne Haskins?
It's not even close.
I'm talking about in college.
If you watch Dwayne Haskins in college, whenever Dwayne Haskins had pressure, he had really bad happy feet, and his accuracy would badly dip. Justin Fields doesn't dip.
He threw for 52 touchdowns. Okay.
Yeah, because he had an amazing offensive line.
I thought you said we can't go off of stats, Tim.
Hey, I'm not. You're right, TD. You're right. But what I'm saying is, what Ball Game said about Justin Fields was look at his stats. So that is my rebuttal to him was the Dwayne Haskins comparison.
It's not even close, bro.
I said to watch him. I said watch him. Yeah, he's really good.
Not even close. You need to watch him.
Yeah, he's worth it. He's worth it.
Yeah, Tua is a poor man Fields.
To be honest with you, I hadn't watched Ohio State.
You need to watch him.
I may have watched him twice this year. So.
Do yourself a solid, man, and watch him, bro. Like real time.
Yeah, Chase Young ain't the only great on the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thank God Chase Young got suspended, so that way he don't get injured.
Okuda, and that quarterback they got up there too, Okuda.
Jeff Okuda.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That boy legit.
We don't need him. We don't need him.
But if you put him with X,
we don't need him
with X. Oh my God.
No. Why don't you say, "Oh my God"? Look,
that boy playing day 1.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Nick Needham. How come you not saying, "Oh my God" about Nick Needham?
He playing day 1 though.
We still
even when you can never have enough quality players in your secondary, bro.
Did you see the work that dude put in on a number 1 receiver Sunday? Did you see that?
No, he's the highest graded player on the field for us. I agree.
As a defensive-minded person,
I
can't ever have enough studs on my defense, man. Are you serious?
You're gonna waste a top 10 pick on.
It's not a waste. He gonna play day 1.
We don't need him.
We need somebody opposite of Nick Needham.
Just like we found Nick Needham undrafted, we can find another one. Trust me. I got that. I have that much confidence.
Bro, we got so lucky. We got so lucky with these guys,
bro.
man.
No,
that process does not always pan out like that.
No.
If that was the case.
Marvin Allen has too long of a history and bringing in big time blue chip players and finding them in places that nobody else is even looking at.
You know how hard it is to find quality quarterbacks, man.
So stop with that. I don't want to hear.
You know how hard it is to find quality cornerbacks?
That's true.
Quarterbacks. I'm talking about guys that can go out there and play on that island and let man up, lock up, and not worry about nothing else but the guy in front of them. That is a true skill that a lot of people cannot master, man. And if you got a guy, if you can go get a guy that right now can do it efficiently and can play day one, you go get him. I'm telling you.
I'm looking at a guy that's doing it on the highest level and not some college prospect. Okay, I'm looking at a player that's doing it at a high level, at the highest level, not some college.
Who you said found Needham? Because my source says it was Boyer, our DB coach, that found Needham.
He's on our staff, but Marvin Allen is assistant GM, and in my opinion, he, as far as scouting and all of that, Marvin Allen is in charge of all of that.
I bet you Okuda on the big board.
He might be. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying that's a wasted pick.
How's it a waste? The dude gonna play day one.
If Nick Needham continues on this trajectory and he finishes the year out and he displays,
you need somebody opposite of Needham.
Listen. Let me ask me a question, right? You realize? Look, let me ask you this. You do realize that this year alone, the Dolphins have seen more 3-1-1 sets than pretty much this defense that we play in this secondary. Three wide receivers, one tight end, one running back.
So in other words. So where
the third guy at? He can play inside too. Okuda can play inside and outside.
So in other words, you don't select a slot corner in the top 10? Come on.
No, you slide Needham inside.
No, hell no. Needham is where he needs to be. Man,
Ian, what we gonna do when Xavier Howard has his yearly injury next year? Oh, okay, never mind. Hey, shout out to Planks. Shout out to Planks Finn in the building. Plank Titan, what's up, man?
I just had one thing I want to show you, like what I'm talking about is I'm thinking about like starting Planks Finn's channel. I'm thinking about starting like kind of do some stuff like you do, TD, and I've been like this banner I made a few years ago, and I'm starting a whole setup thing like you have, like a wall of Dolphin stuff in the back.
That's what's up, man. You got the Merino going with the old school logo. Everybody gonna love that, man. When you gonna record a video?
I don't know. I need to figure out a way. Like, I would get the Sunday ticket to watch the Dolphins games, but I don't have DirecTV anymore.
Yeah, where you at again? Just the state, huh?
Missouri.
Oh yeah, that's right, man. That's right. Hey man,
Sorry, what did you say?
It'll turn out, man. All I'll say is this: always do your research, but start making little videos right there, man. You got your setup going.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that this weekend. And
what if we don't get a quarterback?
I have a ball game. I have a Kuda.
What else? Hold on, Reason. Because I know you got a list. I want to know what the rest of his choices might be.
My bad, Blake.
It's a dead draft if we don't get a quarterback. We don't get the highest rated guy that they've had. You know what I'm saying? Then who else we gonna get?
If we don't get one, we'll have to develop Rosen, or we'll have to just go out and trade someone for a pick, or like trade a few picks. I mean, trade someone for a quarterback, or trade a few picks.
I appreciate your insight there, young man. But I'm talking to that guy.
Oh, sorry.
I'm talking to that guy right there with the EM in the front of his name.
Hey, ball game. Repeat the question.
I want to know your list, man. I want to know your list.
He wants to know basically.
All I've been hearing is Tua.
If Tua's gone, where do we go?
I'm sorry.
He ain't got no list. It is Tua.
If we miss on this guy, then what? It's a failed draft?
Well, ball game, I can barely hear y'all, man. Y'all chopping up, bro. What'd you say?
Me? I'm chopping up.
Yeah. Well, both of y'all, I couldn't hear what your question was. What's that now? What's your question again? More toxic than they already are. Can you hear me?
He asked.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
All right. So I asked, if we don't get the highest rated, highest evaluated player since John Elway to come to the Miami Dolphins, as you said, that's what the guys that you follow said.
Right.
Who else is on the list?
Well, ideally, if we don't select the quarterback in the top 10, I'm trading back. I'm gonna trade back, and I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna target. I'm gonna trade back to around between 8 and 10, and I'm praying that AJ Espinosa is still available at that position. At that right around that area.
I think that's where we're gonna be picking at anyway.
For the first
I
pick.
doubt it.
Yeah, we're gonna beat the Bengals. They definitely tanking. Ain't nobody. They getting number 1 pick. So the Bengals tanking, and who else? Who else out there? Let me see.
That's it.
We got to play the Jets again.
No, we got to do a whole lot of losing just to be able to be in position to be in the top 5 right now.
No, the only teams we got to worry about are the Bengals and the Redskins. We'll pick third.
What are you talking about?
Jets too.
They won. The Jets won Sunday.
It's 1 game.
They got 3 wins.
Yeah, we finna get one this weekend.
Okay. Well, I'm as optimistic as the next guy, but again, you deal in hypothetical. We'll wait till Sunday comes, and then we'll evaluate accordingly. So at this present time, we're third. No, we're fourth.
Fourth.
In my opinion, we'll finish between 3 and 4. In my opinion,
bro, we might not even finish ahead of Denver when it's all said and done.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
y'all
man.
dealing that hype. Stop, y'all dealing that
We might not
hypothetical.
even finish in front of Detroit or Tampa Bay, or and you might look up and we have a better record than Arizona when it's all said and done.
Well, and your point is what? What's your point?
That we probably ain't gonna be picking in the top 4. You got to understand, we got 3 of these 6 games are beyond winnable.
If we do not select
The Lions ain't winning another game. I'm sorry.
If we do not select a quarterback that we covet, and I believe to be Tua, I am trading back, and I'm trading back, and I want to get to around 8 and 10, and I'm hoping AJ Espinosa is still sitting on the board at that time.
I would like that. I would like him.
So,
but trading back to do it, I don't know if he's still gonna be available then.
I think he'll be around. I think he'll be there around between probably 6 and 10, somewhere in that range. I think he'll be. I don't think he's going top. I know for a fact he ain't going top 5. I'll be shocked if he goes top 5.
No, he's not going top 5, but he ain't gonna last. He's not gonna make it past 10. And I mean,
his last 2 games have been off the charts too.
So
let's understand, guys. Let's understand this first, okay? Cincinnati Bengals. Could we all agree that they probably gonna have the number 1 pick?
Yeah, Burrow.
Absolutely.
Who are they selecting?
Quarterback Joe Burrow.
Former Mr.
You think they
Ohio.
going Burrow?
He's a former Mr. Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So Washington Redskins. Who are they gonna pick?
Chase Young. Dan Snyder's a huge fan of
to match him up with Sweat.
Yeah, and Dan Snyder, the owner, is a huge fan of Dwayne Haskins. He wanted him last year, so I don't think they're going to give up on him right away.
Oh Lord!
And then the Jets, I think, could be Jerry Jeudy.
Yep, the Jets gonna take Jeudy, pair him up with Robbie Anderson.
My draft already shot.
Yep.
I'm already hurt.
So then we're stuck with the lame duck at 4 of Tua Tagovailoa.
Don't say that.
Or
lame duck.
You ridiculous, ball game. You need
the lame duck.
You ridiculous, man.
Man, I would have given
with you, man.
I wouldn't say.
I like the young man. I hate he got hurt, bro.
You better be glad I had a long day today. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie to you. You better be glad I had a long day.
EM, you should be mad. That's an upgrade. He called him a duck, man. I would have said pigeon.
I think where it really is going to get interesting is where Pittsburgh picks lands and where Houston picks lands, because ball game now with this Walton thing, I think that Houston pick is realistically could be a running back.
Man.
Jonathan Taylor, baby.
Jonathan Taylor.
No running backs in the first. No, absolutely not. No running backs in the first round, bro.
Oh my God, man! You don't like nothing, man. Hey, that dude is a grown.
You get him at the end of the first round.
I tell you on him, bro. Watch the tape,
man. At the end of the first round. Oh my God!
Let's take a quick break, real quick, and acknowledge Vic Coaster with the donation. Vic Coaster had a question for you guys. I know we've been talking about it, but if we want to put more clarity behind it, would the panel choose a QB or a pass rusher at our second pick? Is first pick a QB?
My first pick would be a pass rusher.
I'm the same. Anybody else first pick would be a pass rusher or QB? Yeah, but which one? Would your first pick be a pass rusher or would your first pick be a QB?
You gotta
and vice versa.
You already know how I feel. We going defense all day.
So I'm guessing this means if we had the number 1 overall pick and we just have the selection of the lot. So if it was, I would take Joe Burrow first, and then I would take.
What reason? What? What
I wouldn't take Tua at 1 right now until I have right now today. No, at the combine when we know all the info, then okay, let's talk about that. But and then I would try and get Epinesa with that second pick, even if
hold on. When is the combine?
April.
No, it's February, bro.
It's before April.
But he ain't gonna even be ready to go then.
See, what they fail to mention is the fact that 3 months from now he'll be able to resume football activities, as in start getting back to his form, getting back to who he is, working out and doing drills. He can't do any of that in the interim. He has to wait till March to start working out and doing all those type of things.
The draft is not until
the draft. I said it was in April.
No, the draft is in April. We're talking about the combine.
We said the combine.
Somebody said the draft.
No, we said combine.
It begins February 26th.
It's always the last Friday. I think it's the last.
It begins February 26th. February 26th is when the combine starts.
So Tua will not even be participating in the combine.
Okay.
He's not going to be able to run his 6.2 in a 40. He's not going to.
Won't be able to do. He probably won't even be able to do a pro day. None of that.
Yeah. He's not going to have any. He's just going to go to the draft and nobody. That's the thing. We're talking about evaluation. They're not going to know what he is when the draft comes.
I'm sorry. I'm not touching him.
That's why I say I wouldn't take him 1 right now until I have all my information at the draft. If that's going to change, if it's
nobody will know what he is until off-season workout.
We'll have a better understanding by April.
I prefaced my comment, my answer as far as I prefaced what I said. It all depends on the medical. Period.
Yeah, but the medical's not going to have an answer on draft day.
You don't know that. Stop, TD.
Bro, they already said he's expected to make a full recovery. All they can tell you is that it's healed. They don't know what he's going to be looking like as a football player.
Certain things like the blood flow issue will be figured out. So there's a vascular necrosis issue that Bo Jackson retired from. That'll be fully figured out.
Man, I'm not even worried about all that. I'm operating under the assumption that he's going to heal from all of that. They're going to say his injury is healed now. Period. He don't have a blood issue. He don't have any of that. But you're not going to know what he is on that field after the injury until about May and June.
Agreed.
The off-season workouts, voluntary.
So yesterday, the orthopedic surgeon said he's going to make a full recovery. So by April, you're going to see if there's any setbacks. When he starts training, you're going to see if there's any setback. So you'll have I'm not saying you're going to know everything, but you'll have a way better understanding by April than you would right now, is what I'm saying.
Bro, you're not going to have nothing until he get on that field.
And also, in regards to this particular injury, it'd be different if he was a player that relied on athleticism like a Lamar Jackson, like a RG3. He is a prototypical drop back passer that has the ability to be mobile
and extend plays. He extends plays.
It'll be different if his game was predicated on athleticism. He's not. He's a prototypical drop back passer.
The problem I have with him, if the defense requires his game to show some athleticism, he ain't gonna give it to you.
Did I just not say he has the ability to be mobile when needed?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
We've seen Joe be mobile too. So
okay, well,
and we know Justin. This is me. If it was me, I'm completely moving on from this kid, and I'm going and I'm putting all my stock in moving up. Heaven and earth next year to go get Justin Fields. If I want a quarterback that bad, that'd be my guy because This guy
But
is
Fields
special.
ain't coming out this year.
Now I'm saying next year.
No, he's saying next year.
Oh, okay.
Which
Talking about
ball
waiting a
game
year.
most likely we probably would have to move up because if they hit on any of these picks, we're gonna have an even better record next year. So you probably have to move up. But I love Justin Fields. I've been saying in TD's chat for months to all these people that are
We'll
like,
do 6-10 next year.
wait for Lawrence. I've been saying in months TD's chat, Fields is the guy.
6-10 next year. That's what we'll do.
That ain't no 6-10. You stop that.
Be realistic, man. Knock it off.
Man, you stop that, man.
Still a process,
6-10.
man. It's still a process, bro.
We might go 6-10 this year.
No.
Listen, we have the NFC West and the AFC West next year. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very
AFC West
and the NFC West.
And the NFC West. Rams, Seahawks, 49ers.
Cardinals.
It's going to be hard.
The Cardinals, I ain't worried about them, but them Seahawks,
Kyler special,
the Rams,
rookie of the year.
we don't have an answer for Aaron Donald. I'm sorry right now. So we
And y'all
got
think you don't need a defense? Y'all crazy.
Kyler gonna run circles, bro.
Nah, not really, because Jerome Baker fast enough to, man, listen.
And he's got a cannon.
Thank you, Logan.
And he's got a cannon. Like Kyler got the arm to go with the legs. If that guy was 6'3" or 6'4", Lamar would be an afterthought.
That's true. He's a pure
Man,
passer, that's for sure.
Yeah, Tua into this league, man. He gonna get hurt. He gonna be asking Kyler Murray, "Can I go play baseball for you?"
Too far.
DM, you know it.
Ruthless,
Hey, Kyler, man. Kyler Murray, man. You still got that ticket? I need it, man. I need it, man.
Too far.
You're a funny man.
Too far, man. Too far.
You get what you're doing, but
You just don't know. You don't know when to stop, huh?
Too far. It's the truth.
Come on, man. Because you know what? Listen, and I'm gonna say this because I really try not to talk too much college until after our season is over. So Vic, yes, I'm awake, but I try not to talk about future events until because it's like this. Tua gets hurt. Now, like the whole college atmosphere and like spectrum is like out of whack. So I try not to talk about college too early. But I want Tua to come in this league and be successful. I wish, when you put, your cards and, I'm not saying all his cards are one basket, but this is what he's been working for all his life. And he has been given the talent to, excel in the NFL, which is the best, level, the elites of the elites. Hopefully we try to get the best talent and so we can have the best product on TV. So I want Tua to come in and do amazingly well. So to me, that's too far because he has sacrificed a lot. He sacrificed himself. And I mean, you think about Bosa last year, shut it down. People, on his team said he quit on him. But Bosa said, I'm thinking about my future and what's best for me. Tua, you can say, is a team guy, a hard worker, and, he's selfless. He has great characteristics. He's a great character. He's a great guy on and off the field. He's a leader. Yeah. But not a lot of young quarterbacks.
And that's what we need.
That's one of the biggest things I love about him, Phins Sanity.
Listen, and I get that. But as a Dolphins fan, because when I say things, I don't say it.
We're not gonna get it. Even if we did get it, we're not gonna get it anytime soon because you're gonna sit learning the offense anyway. So what's the difference?
Anybody can get any quarterback
my team.
like a spitting.
And I don't think he's what's best for my team right now. But see, you guys are so, you guys have blinders.
No, we don't. Well,
yes,
I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for nobody else.
You got blinders, bro. You got blue blockers. No, you ain't got blinders. You got blue blockers.
I am totally objective. I am totally objective when it comes to this prospect. Period.
Man, to a third base, man.
Am I? I'm telling you now. I am telling you now. That young man is going to be a beacon of light on and off the field.
He can play shortstop, I think, too.
Shortstop. Hey, he can't slide though. Hey, somebody say he can't slide with them ankles.
Because all that torque you got to put on your hip to get the ball to first base. Sometimes you got to throw from awkward angles. Let me not.
All right. We'll get the man a job as the umpire. All right.
I'm talking about what's the best entry for our team.
This coming from a fan base that are still saying that Ryan Tannehill would take us to a Super Bowl.
He better than Tua. He more reliable than Tua.
You ridiculous, TD. You ridiculous.
160 million. What we spending it on?
You ridiculous,
Listen.
TD.
Listen, man. Ryan Tannehill could have got it done. He probably gonna get it done with Tennessee. Watch. He probably gonna get it done with Tennessee.
Hey, he is on a team now that has way more resources than what we ever gave him, and we'll see. We'll see how this story unfolds. I've seen.
And he 3-1.
He
3-1.
I've already seen.
And he 3-1.
I know how it ends. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I know how the story ends.
So
I know how it ends.
So Finsanity, I understand everything that you're saying, and I know you've. Again, I'm going to go back to the chat. I think that's why I've always prefaced the whole Tua thing with, I want the two guys I want in free agency are Brandon Schriff and Jack Conklin. I want to show up that line. And then I've always said, I know you guys heard me throw the names around. I want a guy like Tristan Wirfs, or I want Alex Leatherwood, or I want the center Tyler Badage in the late 20s. If I got Tua in free agency and in the draft, people would hate me, but I would be making boring offensive line moves and everyone would hate me by the time it's done. Because even if he's not playing this year, those rookies that I draft, when he's coming for that second year, they're 1 year under their belts. I got my O-line more shored up and as best as I can do. So if it doesn't work, people can't say I didn't try. And if it doesn't work and we got to replace him, guess what? We got a great O-line that we can just throw. Even if TD wants an above-average quarterback in there to take it somewhere, you can throw that great O-line. And then next draft, now that I have my O-line, I have my quarterback, I'm building purely defense next year. So that's how I would be doing the process. Now, if I'm not going Tua, then I'm probably going a heavy defense this year because I don't think O-line would be.
I respond to that.
I think O-line becomes.
We can satisfy the O-line issues in the free agency.
Right. And
that's why I said Brandon Schreff and Jack Conklin. It's just going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
I
think Conklin going to be a lot though.
Yeah, because he's the highest. He's going to be the biggest name at his position when he hits the market.
He'll be overpriced, just like
That's the problem. It's a ball game when you're all there is. One of the two guys that lead the group. You're gonna get you some money.
But we're not doing that though. I don't believe we're gonna do that. I don't believe that we're gonna go out and spend this money frivolously like that just because.
I think like Jawan James was, just like Jawan James was a fast share. Overpriced.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not gonna do that then.
That's the cost.
No, we're not.
That's the cost of doing business. Period.
No, if you do it, you don't have to.
We're just gonna spend it elsewhere. Now, Brandon Sheriffs, I'm with, but I don't know, man. Conklin, man, I ain't never been too high.
But if I'm just saying, if I'm gonna throw money, I'm gonna throw it into the trenches. Like I'm not gonna throw it at a wide receiver, or you know what I mean, or even a corner. Byron Jones is gonna. Byron Jones is going to be one of the top paid.
Stop with the corner talk. Stop with the corner talk, please.
I'd rather draft corner.
No, we need more than two corners.
We need more than two cornerbacks, man.
Yeah, you need depth.
But again,
we can take Byron and move Byron back to free safety.
Now, hey, some ball game. Now you right on that because Byron Jones is a natural safety anyway.
Yeah,
safety in college anyway. Now,
that's what I'm saying, man.
Now I can agree with that.
And that's versatility. So when X has his yearly injury, we can plug him in.
But as far as investing in a top 10 pick, a top 10 pick, absolutely not, bro. That's a waste of time.
Okuda's good. Okuda's very good.
He is not better than Nick Needham is right now. He is not. You cannot convince me that a college player prospect is better than a pro prospect that's doing it at a high level.
Hey, check this out. There's a reason, but there's a very specific reason though. And Nick Needham had his time in college though, right? So if he was that good, this boy is good now. He's going top 10. Listen.
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. He's doing it now at the highest level.
Okay, so you telling me that a guy that's doing it right now, that's the number one ranked corner in college ball right now, can't come under the same tulip and be better?
That's debatable. That's debatable. That's debatable.
You fall in love with these guys, bro, and you don't want nobody. You don't want to court nobody else. You just want to be in love with the ones you're in love with.
All I'm doing is.
I don't have no issue. I was hard on Needham.
All I'm doing is.
Everybody can admit that, right? I was hard on Needham. I pointed out a lot of things that was flawed in his game. That's what I did. But as of late, I've given him credit. But I know we need more players in our secondary.
Nobody
more the better.
We need Boom.
Legion of Boom.
We need Goon.
You don't need to invest again. As Nick Needham, when he continues of this upward trend, we do not need to invest high resources in that position. We don't, because in other words, you don't go out if you go to dress Byron Jones in free agency. You gonna pay that man $30 million to play the slot?
Who paying somebody $30 million? What are you talking about?
That's what it's gonna cost. That's what's gonna cost.
That's buffoonery.
Man, it ain't gonna cost nobody no $30 million. What are you talking about? It ain't gonna cost more. Man, it ain't gonna cost more than no freaking 16.
He ain't gonna get no contract bigger than the one. He definitely not gonna get a contract X guy.
Hey, Byron Jones is an all-pro cornerback, bro. Are you serious? In the prime of his life, he's 27. He's 27 years old.
Bro, but why would you start, bro? Why would you start throwing out the number 30 million? We could have even argued at 18, but you started with 30.
30 million?
Bro,
A year, bro. Not for a year.
I didn't say
you meant
30
total.
per year.
Okay.
No.
Oh, well, we thought you meant per year.
Hey, 30 million. Hey, 30. Giving him 30 million on a contract is cheap.
Hey, you know what? Only non-football people would make that assumption when I made the statement.
I don't think you
But bro, if you're gonna sign, hold on. If you're gonna sign, if you're gonna sign Byron Jones in free agency, when you throw out the number 30 million, a player like Byron, hold on. A player like Byron Jones ain't taking nothing less than 4 years. So when you say 30 million, if I'm to equate 30 by 4, let me finish.
7 million.
That's $7.5 million a year. I'm like, we ain't getting Byron Jones for 7.5. So does he mean yearly? What the heck is he talking about?
You don't know. You do not know how the contract is going to be structured. I'm talking about primarily from guarantees.
So, bro, the man is less than 4 year deal. He's a good free agency. And it ain't no way to structure that friendly.
Did X-Man get Xavier Howard get 30 million guaranteed?
Got 27. Got 27 million.
30 million and Byron Jones.
Now we're talking about guaranteed only.
That's what I said. That was my point, TD.
Oh well, maybe I missed you when you said guaranteed.
I missed that.
I ain't never hear you say the word guaranteed.
Again, only non-football people make those buffoonish assumptions.
Well, you should preface that by saying 30 million guaranteed.
Yes, man.
Only football people would say guaranteed when they talk about contracts. They would preface it.
First off, y'all didn't even let me finish. I said 30 million, and y'all just started attacking me like a bunch of random bro. You didn't even let me finish.
I'm sorry, man. Please forgive me, man. You're right. I did cut you off. I just keep thinking about you sliding in the home.
That is an all-pro. That is an all-pro quarterback, y'all. An all NFL caliber quarterback y'all are talking about now.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Hey. If Josh Norman has 36 million guaranteed, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 30.
Minimum. At minimum.
I'm not, bro. That ain't what the argument was. See, now we're hearing guaranteed money. Now, okay, we understand now.
How many good corners you need?
I'm sorry.
How many good cornerbacks do you need nowadays in this league?
You can never have too many
multiple
cornerbacks.
So you're telling me that it's a waste of a pick to go out and get the top guy in college and have him come in and play alongside
the nickel spot.
No, he wouldn't play the nickel.
He don't be no nickel.
Why would he have to play the nickel? He gonna be better than Needham.
I'm going by today. I have a player that's playing at the highest level, that's playing at an elite level now. I'm not gonna sit here and say anybody come out of college is better than the one that's doing it now. That's ridiculous.
Let me respond, Mr. Ballgame.
He's only 1 year ahead of him, right?
Hold on.
1 year ahead of him.
Yeah.
1 year ahead of him.
Ballgame.
That's an eternity in football years.
Hey, Mr. Ballgame.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ball Game, don't EM Dolphin get on me about this, even though he lies when he said it, because I never said it. But don't he try to spread this false? Don't he try to spread this false narrative that I donned Josh Rosen the king after 2 games? And what is he doing to Needham after 2 games? And what is he doing with Needham after 2 games?
Yeah, he playing elite level now.
Hey,
you done.
Did I not preface what I said was if he continues this upward trend? Did I not say that? Thank you.
I think he did because he went like that.
No, it was just like this. It was this.
Yeah, man.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Do you watch baseball?
No, not at all.
You about to be a fan, man. You about to become a fan.
He can play inside, man.
Too far.
Neither can play inside or outside. I'd take a Kuda. I'm telling you.
No.
If he's there, if he's sitting there, I'd take him.
Yeah, you take him.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
What if Nick Needham is playing at a Pro Bowl level by the end of the year? He's playing at a Pro Bowl level at the end of the year. You got Xavier Howard coming back next year. We all know I know what Xavier Howard represents when he steps on the football field. So you're going to invest. There is no way in the world Brian Flores is going to select. I don't care who it is. You're not going to bring in a rookie cornerback and have him start over a player that's performing at an elite level.
That is so not true. If you're gonna mention Brian Flores' name, how you gonna mention Brian Flores' name? You're talking about someone who came from the Patriots who spent $50 million on it. Stop, $50 million on his secondary last year. Not only that, they are infamous for overstocking.
Dude, I'm telling you. That secondary, the strength of the Patriots is that secondary and the flexibility they have.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
So that's why they went. Everybody thought Gilmore was the one and paid Gilmore top cornerback money, and then he went and got not one but both McCourty brothers.
Yep.
Okay.
To me, okay.
And ball game. Belichick doesn't break the bank, but he did for Gilmore.
Yeah.
He only does it on defense. Look at the last 10 years. Go look at they payroll. Only in the secondary, they spend all their money.
Bro. Again. There's no way I will be blown away if Miami is sitting there at 4 and you got
that. Say get him at 4.
And they have a cornerback sitting there.
I was never talking about the 4th.
So here's
you got pass rusher at 4.
So
I was never talking about the 4th pick, EM. I'm talking about
we get our pass rusher at 4, then we come back to the next.
Where would you select him? Where would you select him in?
Second pick.
I think he's breaking up.
With our second pick.
The very next pick.
You're out of your mind, bro. Okay.
You out your mind.
I would actually try.
You wanted Tua with our first pick?
I'm sorry?
And you wanted Tua with our first pick?
Did you not hear my entire explanation? Or you just heard?
He said it's medical checks out.
He want to select the guy that's going to sit for the whole season and hope. Now at this point, in hopes that he gets healthy. That's what we're doing.
Can I say something in regards to Tua?
Bro, you can always, if you're on the screen, you can always jump in when you're ready.
All right. So Tua's a junior, right?
Yeah.
I just playing.
So he still has the option to stay another year.
And he should.
Why are we still jumping on Tua when he could possibly still stay another year?
Because
that's why I don't talk about college football until after the season, and people have started declaring.
I can't tell y'all bringing them up every week, and y'all trying to.
I don't bring them up.
I just brought them up. I never talk about it when you're on the screen.
Y'all bring them up it's a segment every week.
Yeah, two at a time. But here's the thing. Here's why he's probably not going to go back to Alabama, because if he has these durability issues that everyone is concerned about, what would you rather do? Get hurt again next year on Alabama, or get hurt on a rookie contract of a top 10 pick where you're getting some?
Thank you. You are 100% correct, Reason, but that's the same logic these GMs better think about.
Oh, 110%.
He ain't gonna go.
This is the reality.
He's not gonna go back to school because he don't want to get hurt again in school and ruin it all. He want to secure that bag now, and one idiot team gonna make him secure that bag.
I wouldn't
Guess
go
what?
that far,
I
but
trust
yeah.
Weird.
I
Guess
would.
what? Guess
I
what?
just did.
It's gonna be. Guess what? It's gonna be the Miami Dolphins too. Watch.
Yeah, get
I'm
out of here
telling
with
you
that
now.
crazy.
I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right
Listen.
now.
Don't call my team
We,
idiots.
hey,
Okay,
what I
I'm
know
gonna say,
for a
hold on, I
fact,
want
we
to
need
say,
to get at least.
I want to say one thing.
We need to go out and get at least one of these guys. I'm finna name right now. Otherwise, we miss it. Because these boys are special. We need either Jeff
Ryan Tannehill.
Okuda, Christian Fulton,
Yep.
C.J.
Okuda.
Henderson,
Or
Bryce Hall,
or Trevin Diggs.
Bryce
A.J. Terrell.
You don't
AJ
like Trevin Diggs? You don't like Diggs from
Ebenezer.
Alabama?
Diggs, yeah, I like Diggs, but Diggs fell. You know, he got
Against LSU, he kind of hurt his stock a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
yeah,
But he's
Sean-
Stephon
well,
Diggs' brother, so you know he'll go high, right?
yeah.
But what I was going to say with the CB thing, with the cornerback thing, and, you know, EM's argument about not taking a corner like Okuda top 5, you know, I know right now in the NFL, the highest paid positions are QB and defensive end when you break it all down. But according to PFF, the most important positions on the football when it comes to grading are
Cornerbacks.
quarterback, and cornerback.
Nobody dispute that. I didn't dispute that.
So when you have someone that, like, listen. So let me ask you this, EM. Would you have taken Jalen Ramsey in the top 5?
Jalen Ramsey?
Because Okuda's that good. That's what I'm saying.
If you mean if Jalen Ramsey was coming out in this draft this year, as our team is presently constructed, would I take Jalen Ramsey this year coming out?
In the top 5.
Sure.
No, absolutely not. I am not taking. Again,
I'm done, bro. I'm done. I can't do it.
Again, now, let me preface what I'm saying. As long as Nick Needham is continuing on this upward trend, no, I am not. Absolutely not. I am not taking a cornerback top 5.
You take
No, absolutely not.
You get a Jalen Ramsey type player
Call
for
with you, man.
crazy.
No,
You gonna drive us off the cliff, bro? What is wrong with you?
go ahead. Ain't nobody
You
stopping
need
you.
more than 2 corners, bro.
Hey,
We need more than 2. You can take Ramsey.
Ain't nobody stopping y'all from driving off the cliff. Go ahead, be my guest.
Listen,
I'm not.
you talking about this Nick Needham? Oh, that's good. That's good, and we got him cheap, right? But we talking about a blue chip kid. We talking about a blue chipper coming out of college, light it up, killing it. Has been doing it at the highest level since he was a freshman.
If my memory serves me right, Malcolm.
We ain't nobody heard nothing about no Nick Needham until this year.
Okay.
Okuda name been out there, man.
As my memory serves me correct, Malcolm Butler was a Super Bowl MVP and he was undrafted. Okay, you're right.
Why you bringing up Malcolm
I don't
Butler?
care. My point is, I don't care where we get them, where those blue chip players are selected as long.
So then again, you still ain't answered my question. What are we doing with the picks then? If Tua ain't on the board, where you going?
I told you. I said ideally I'm going to trade out. I'm going to trade out to about between 6 and 10, and I'm hoping and praying that the kid from Iowa is sitting on the board.
But that still leaves us with 2 others. So where we going with those?
Well, I mean, I got to see how the draft board falls. You know, it's a lot to go into it.
I'm 5 deep at every position. I can tell you right now if one go, I can tell you the next one up.
Okay.
You better be ready.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now.
We got a lot of
Mr.
time
Tiger,
now.
we'll get to it in the second round.
We have an eternity between now and April. And to be honest with you, I don't care if we select to a 4 or in the third round, the 4th pick, the third round. I could care less as long as we get it. As long as we get it, I don't care what players are selected. And see what y'all are failing to realize is.
Hey, TV, I said it though, right? When he falls in love with a player, it don't matter. He don't see nothing but that player.
All I'm doing is going by the tape, bro. That's all I'm doing. Going by the tape. I don't deal in the hypotheticals. I do not deal in a hypothetical world like y'all do.
We need more than one. We need more than one. We need more than one undrafted dude that star is rising. We
So
need multiple positions in the secondary. So
I say we go
on
all
these
defense
picks,
in the drive.
and come on, man.
you know what,
If we can
ball
get
game?
one of these young guns, man.
Ball game with the way Delta.
You gotta see that.
Look at that linebacker that what's his name that we played when we played Buffalo Sunday. That linebacker that was all over the damn field. What's his name? Damn.
We lost Sunday.
I know that.
He's talking about the Bills linebacker.
Talking about the Bills linebacker.
Who you talking about? Milano?
Was it Milano?
Milano wasn't even in the game against us the first game. He was hurt.
Yeah. The first
He been there. He been there for a minute though.
I know. He played Sunday though. He was a low, but he wasn't a high draft pick. He wasn't a first round pick. He wasn't a second round pick. Fourth round pick. They got this kid in. My point is,
well, that's what we did with Van Ginkel.
So okay. So what if Van Ginkel turns out to be what they think he can be?
He will. He will.
What if he turns out?
He will.
Come draft time, pass rush will not be as a pressing need.
Still need the ends. Still need ends.
Yeah, we still need ends, man.
So that is what my point I'm making with Nick Needham. If he, again, I preface my comment by saying if he continues this upward trend, if he is playing at an elite level by the time the season ends, cornerback becomes not a pressing need, and you do not invest a top 10 pick on a non-pressing need. That's what
why? But listen. So we got Xavier, we got Howard on one side, we got Needham on the other side, and who else?
Okay.
So why not? That's not a player.
Hey, Jamal Williams can play the slot. Jamal Wilson plays slot. He's not slot quarterback now. But according to you,
he ain't winning, bro.
Hey, you said last week Jamal Wilson. Did you not say Jamal Wilson was the man? Okay, didn't you say that last week?
He's a depth player. He's depth. He's depth.
But according to you, you said Nick Needham was a depth player as well. Did you not say
he will be. He will be. He will be after this season over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, this is hypothetical.
When Byron get in the building, he's gonna be a depth player.
Hey, I don't live in a hypothetical world, my friend. I don't know about you. I don't know about nobody else. I'm going by what this man is putting on tape. And this dude is popping. This dude is popping off the screen, and he's locked up. And he is locked up on the opposing. Now the X-Man is on IR. This dude has been locked up on the opposing team's best wide receiver. And he is popping. He is jumping off the screen, bro.
I'm giving you that. He can play. He can play. I'm giving you that.
Off the screen.
Nobody was more critical of him. I watched him too. I'm just saying, you need more than Nick Needham.
We
need players, man. We need athletes.
It's crazy, man.
You do not invest a top 10 pick on a slot cornerback.
Let me tell you what's crazy, man. I've been sitting here. Hey, why y'all listen? Why y'all been talking? Right? I just went on here. I went on a mock draft, a simulator, like for myself to pick players, and they got me picking at number 3 for the Miami Dolphins. But you know who the first 2 picks were on this mock draft? The first pick was cornerback Jeffrey Okudah. Mm-hmm. The second pick was cornerback C.J. Henderson. 2 cornerbacks went. Well, first one to Cincinnati, the second one to Washington.
What site is that?
Huh? Hey, bro. Y'all, again.
On the clock. It's on the clock is the site.
Again, it is going over your head. Nobody said that they aren't elite prospects. Nobody's saying that. But I'm telling you this. If Needham, especially if he finishes out this year at a Pro Bowl level, and you got Xavier Howard coming back next year. Now, if you want to say selecting Okudah is Xavier Howard insurance in the event he gets hurt again, okay, well I can somewhat see that. But if this kid continues on this trajectory and you have Xavier Howard coming back next year, there is no way under the sun you select a cornerback in the top 10, bro. There is no way. That is the definition of buffoonery. Period. There is no way. When you got two Pro Bowl caliber starting corners on your team in ball game, Okay, I can throw a stomach kiss from everybody else, but you're supposed to be a football connoisseur, bro.
Listen, hey, don't do that. What I'm saying is, I know we need more than just them two dudes. Is what I'm saying. So why not? Why not go get the dude?
Yeah.
Listen,
If
these
no
are
one's
top tier
available,
talents, man.
Because you have more pressing needs. That's why. If you want to get him, with in the bottom of the first round, okay. When you going by best player available,
I never said take the dude with our first pick. I just said that if the guy's available and Tua falls off the board, then who we taking then? You want to take Espinoza?
I told you, I'm trading out. I'm trading out at that point, and I'm praying. I am praying.
Trade out.
I am praying that Espinosa's sitting there when right.
It won't be,
so
man.
Let me ask y'all this question real quick. So let me ask y'all this question.
That dude's stock is rising too.
Yes, and let me ask y'all this question real quick. That's EM.
What's up?
EM, I want to shift gears just for a second. Real quick. I want to ask y'all this question. So, do we get a running back in the draft or a free agency?
Draft.
Draft.
Belichick always drafted running backs, man. Come on now.
Watch that Houston pick. Watch that Houston pick.
Just not in the first round. Just not in the first round.
It might happen, bro. If Jonathan Taylor's
Not
sitting
in the first round.
If Taylor or Swift sitting there, you might well go ahead and count him as Dolphins, bro.
Hey, okay, well, let me retract that. Okay, I want to see how the board falls. I want to see what's available. I want to see what's available, picking at those with our second.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, if Swift or Taylor are there at that pick, it's a wrap. That's a running back. It's done.
And then if they're gone,
but I think I don't know. Do you think Swift will fall to the second round?
No, I think Tyler Etienne will be the first running back that falls and goes in the second round. And that's what I was going to say. I think if Swift and Taylor are gone, a guy like Etienne could be the first pick of the second round because he reminds me a lot of Alvin Kamara.
Yep. Do it all, guy. He can do everything. Catch the ball.
Running back. Running back is supposed to be deep in this draft as well.
It is.
So if we don't get one in the first or second, that's what I said, man.
But with all these first round picks, you want to try to get the best in some of these positions.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you're really gonna take a running back at first round or second round? I mean, really, with the amount of running backs out there? I mean, they're like everywhere.
But when you want to go get the best one,
don't make them good.
And with this O-line, and with all, I mean, where are you going to address the O-line?
And free agency. We didn't already address that.
You said we already said we're addressing that in free agency.
We said interior. You said interior. You didn't say tackles. You said interior line.
But who we got to worry about, really, right? Because Davis can move back to right tackle. And we get rid of so we only really need a left tackle, right?
Man, I think Julian Davenport will be fine at left tackle. It's Webb that's been in the game bumming it up over there. We'll see, man. But that's another position. Huh?
I don't. Hey, I'm gonna be truthful with you. I don't even think they're gonna actually even address the draft with those O-line picks and use those picks on O-line. I don't. All this shuffling around and all these combinations that they're doing, I think what they're doing is seeing which guys going to have. I mean, even if they just play average, because if you think about it, right, and some of this has to fall into what this guy came from. Even up there, the only dude that anybody can name that was up there with Belichick now for a number of years was Soldier. Outside of that,
but you know something?
They spend the least amount of money in the league on the O-line, $22 million a year.
That is true, but also, ball game. Look, you can use that argument about the running back position as well. Until they selected Sony Michel, they would never select a running back in the first round. New England wouldn't. So you can make that you can make that same argument with the running back position, which is why I don't think they'll take one in the first round.
But they rolled on guys like they tried Corey Dillon back in the day. Like if guys came available, they went after them.
Free agency,
but people have this notion. People have this notion that you got to go get your O-line because you need one in the draft. Well, our O-line sucks. That's what we need to address in the draft. It's not the case. No. You just need to bring in the right combination of guys. to get the job done.
I'm not saying addressing the O-line primarily through the draft. I never said that. I said I would address the interior. First off, you need to identify what the strength is on the offensive line in free agency and the draft. Figure out what the strength is, and you adjust accordingly. If the strength is on the interior in free agency on the offensive line, well then you address it. Well then you attack the interior in free agency, and vice versa as far as the draft is concerned. So
listen, if somehow we can nab, because you also know that what's that boy name? Oh yeah, that is right. You said it. Yeah, fuck it, man. Might well get it. Conklin. If we can grab those two guys in free agency, man, that pretty much shows up their line issues.
Yeah, if you can see,
and you can ride out, Kilgore or even Bain for one more year at center, and then you can address the center position, and then we'll be good.
Well, a guy who's going to be around in the late first, early second. This guy is center. He plays center and he's a guard. Tyler Badage, and he's like
for Wisconsin.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
He plays for Wisconsin, right?
Yeah. So
So
he
you
can
guys-
play the guard or center.
On the O-line, you just keep swapping them out 2-3 years at a time. You just keep rotating them in. You just keep the low-pay guys in the low line.
That's what New England does. That's what New England does for the most part.
Right.
That's what they do.
So that means we back to what we said. Then you got to go defense.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, ideally in a perfect world, how I see it, again, if they don't go quarterback first round, I'm trading back to around 6 and 10 in between there, and I'm praying.
You're gonna trade back. That's where we're gonna land. We're gonna land our first round at 6 to 10.
That's what
because
I'm
of the
saying.
wins.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And the player that I'm targeting is projected to be picked between that point. So that's why I would trade back. So,
But he's saying that you may not need to trade back because you're gonna land there
Why would you
anyway.
need to trade back if he there right there?
no, bro. I do not believe we'll be picking between. I think we'll be picking third or fourth. That's what I.
We're gonna have.
Until the season is over with, that's when we'll know.
Right.
So I'm just saying as of right now.
I'd take
why-
Isaiah Simmons before I took AJ if I was in that 6 to 10 position. The guy can play linebacker and safety.
I agree. I'm all over that kid. I am all over that dude, and I'm praying with our second. I would even entertain trade. I would even entertaining trading up with our
To get AJ after Isaiah or something.
We got six. Listen, we got 6 games left.
Get Isaiah after AJ.
Yeah.
So we got 6 games left.
But I just think
I see 3 and 3.
I think defensive end is a more for what he can provide.
Well, I know defensive end is important, but would y'all actually go in free agency and pursue Chris Jones?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Way too many defensive ends available.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he specializes in that 3-4.
Him or Ngakwe.
Oh.
Yeah, Ngakwe too.
From Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Ngakwe is 25 years old. Chris Jones is 27, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how much money? Now you always whining about paying players. You always whining about
except on the defense.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway. So
I done already told you that. Now you don't get crazy. I get your point now. I get your point, Ian.
You know what kind of money he's gonna command. You already know that.
Hey man.
Reality check. 33
and a half sacks. 33 and a half sacks in 3 years, man. That speaks for itself, man. You gonna get that.
No doubt.
He's gonna get paid, man.
Hey, he's a monster, no doubt. It's not a reflection on the man's talent. I just don't think that's a pressing need right now.
And it's a short drive from Jacksonville to Miami, so it's perfect.
So defensive end. So we can go spend the money and get Ngakwe. You wouldn't take proven performance, because that's what we're talking about with Nick Needham now. Same thing. You wouldn't go pay $3 million. But hold on, because Nick's in the league now doing it, right?
Here we go. So if we bring in Chris Jones.
No, Ngakwe.
Hang on. I didn't say nothing about Ngakwe.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's who Mr. Ballgame talking about.
I'm talking Ngakwe because he's younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a stud.
EM.
25 years old.
Yeah, perfect.
I don't know.
Now he's used to the 4-3 defense though, and Chris Jones is 3-4.
And that was gonna be my point. Is he a scheme fit?
Flexibility.
You got to factor.
Yeah, I get it. He could. I'm just saying what he used to, but he could have flexibility. But I'm just saying that's what he's based out of, the 4-3.
Chris Jones 25.
But
no, Chris Jones 27.
He was born July 3rd, 1994.
So if you bring in Chris Jones,
I thought he was 27 years old. Hold on, let me see.
If you bring in Chris Jones, what you gonna do? You gonna play him at the nose?
Let me look him up.
What you gonna do?
I mean,
you gonna play him at the nose? Somebody going to the bench. Godchild or
right.
Christian Wilkins going to the bench.
Well, we ain't gonna have Jenkins. We ain't gonna have Jenkins anyway. Why we can't go big at the ends with Godchild and Wilkins? Stand up, taco now.
My point is, this is what I'm telling you. What you gonna do? Play him at the nose?
Yeah.
You're right. He's 25 years old, man. Yeah. You're right. Gosh.
I've addressed that issue about the nose tackle to the cows come home. I've tried to point that out to y'all about the issues with his defense. But again, he's not a true nose anyway.
Who?
He's a Chris Jones.
The only problem is old boy is old, man.
Who is that?
Jenkins.
I agree. He's 30. He's 30. That's not old. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I told you what my ideal free agency targets were. I want Brandon Williams from Baltimore.
Baltimore, yeah.
To bring him in and put him in the middle of this defense. And I guarantee you, with him starting and John Jenkins as depth, 85% of our run issues will be resolved. I guarantee you. But again, that's in a perfect world.
Or draft Derek Brown from Auburn and stick him in the middle.
Yeah,
he's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he is. But I don't know.
Brandon 30. Hey, Brandon Williams 32 though.
I know he's an older player. I know he's an older player as well.
Let me throw another player out there that I want y'all to think about it.
Which is why we'll get him cheaper.
Let me throw a.
He won't command what Chris Jones will command.
Well, let me throw this out for y'all real quick. At a position that we scratching our head about right now, the safety position, would you go after Clinton Dix?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
and why not?
Too slow.
Too long in the tooth.
Yeah,
and
too long.
Is he? How old is he? How old is Got
to be at least Rashad age.
Really?
Upper 20.
I would say Rashad is 31?
Yeah, he's upper 20s.
Bro, he's 27.
Yeah,
he
upper
been
20s.
hurt though, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You get him cheap.
TD, why would you go after him? TD, why would you go after him?
I'm looking at it with the injuries and stuff like that, the price, and he's still a good player. That's not making it seem like he a bum.
Yeah, but
not at all. No go on there.
Money. It's all about the money.
I'm looking at. And it's not even so much the start. Even if it wasn't the start, having the depth.
Oh yeah, why not?
But because I'm looking at the price there. Look, I mean, a guy like him with the price that he's going to command, that's an easy pickup.
I'd rather address safety in the draft.
Okay.
I'd rather
you get
safety in the draft.
$5-6 million. I mean, just a backup.
He with the Redskins right now, huh?
Who that?
Clinton Dix.
I thought he was. Well,
Chicago,
maybe. I thought he was in Chicago.
Free agent, right? He ain't with nobody.
Chicago, I thought.
I thought he was a free agent next year. Let me look.
Let me see. It says
It's Phins Talk.
Bears. Yeah, he with the Bears.
Yeah, he with the Bears. Yeah, I see.
Phins Talk had a question for EM. Go ahead. You had a question for EM earlier.
Hold on.
Y'all like Shaq Barrett?
I do.
Can you hear me?
He gonna be a free agent.
EM, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Rip Tupac wanted to know if you don't take Tua as a quarterback. It's a serious question from somebody in the chat. If you don't take Tua at quarterback, who do you take? At quarterback.
At quarterback, I'm not selecting
nobody.
My plan is if we don't get. My philosophy is If you don't love him, do not select him, whoever that is, especially at that position.
You sound like Omar.
Exactly. I agree with him on that. Exactly. If we cannot get to it, talk about Noah, again, my strategy is the same. I'm gonna trade out and I'm gonna load up. I'm gonna trade out and amass more chips for next year, and I'm gonna go all in next year on one of those whatever prospects we deem worthy.
So we've talked about this before. You wouldn't take a second round flyer on a guy like Jordan Love if he fell?
Well, okay.
Yes.
I'm glad you brought that up, Reason, because I personally think from a pure talent standpoint, Jordan Love is head and shoulders above everybody.
Yeah, he's very
If you're going by pure talent, that dude has breathtaking ability.
Definitely second round on him.
But you know something? But again, I'll see how I got to see how the board falls. You gotta understand. You gotta figure out what's available. Okay, are you really that sold on Jordan Love? Well, if he turns out to be a flop, that's another second round pick you just tossed him by the wayside. In addition to the Josh Rosen trade. Mm-hmm. So you got to be mindful of that. I got to see how. It's hard for me to answer these questions now.
Yeah, but
I like to wait.
Rookie contracts, these don't cost you anything. So I mean, if you got a Rosen,
he ain't even playing up to it. He ain't even giving you minimum wage quality. He's on a minimum wage. He's on a minimum wage contract, and he's not even giving you minimum wage production.
Who?
He's giving you nothing now,
Guys.
He's giving you nothing.
No, Rosen's keep contract for 2 more years. I mean, really, you just got to play them out and see what happens. But these guys can still develop. I mean, sitting in behind anybody, they can still learn.
Yeah.
Especially behind Fitz.
I agree. Again, if Rosen
that's all he's doing right now.
If Rosen turns out to give us anything, hey,
right.
That's a plus.
Right.
But I'm saying, as we're talking right now, he is giving you absolutely nothing, bro.
No, I agree.
Which is fine. I'd rather him not give us anything and sit and learn for once because he never had a chance to do it.
Okay.
Right. We're talking about ball game when you learn about done.
You want him to sit for however long it takes him to get up to speed, but you don't want Tua to come and sit and learn.
No. Come on, man. You know I said. Why you doing that, bro? Like I've said all along that all these kids coming out need to sit. I've always said that.
Stop.
I agree with that.
They all need to sit.
Hey, look at Mahomes. Look at Mahomes.
Have I not said that?
Ball game.
You tell me I ain't said that about these quarterbacks?
Now, if he balls out and
you ain't tell me. So hold on. Let's be clear. You tell me I never said that?
Ball game. I'm kidding, bro. I'm just trying to get you out.
Because I was like, hey, they all need to sit. That joker said, hey, when Sam Darnold said, I'm seeing ghosts, I know that, hey, I stood on the sideline with a young quarterback looking at his eyes and seen him say that up close. So I know what Sam was going through at that moment. I know what being a quarterback and, you know what I'm saying, and watching the kid be scared for his life because he really don't understand everything that's happening in the game so fast for him. I felt for Sam in that moment. It wasn't even funny to me because I've seen kids do that.
That was funny to me.
And this dude, he's still a kid.
Yeah.
They're ruining him.
Yeah,
they're putting him in way too early.
And Josh Rosen is still a kid. And
yes.
I think he should, and I've always been adamant about that. He should be brought back and given an opportunity to improve. He should. Okay.
Unless we draft Tua, right?
Only.
Tua's still a kid. His baby bones gotta get out.
And the only reason why I say that is because of the investment we made in Josh Rosen. Only because of the investment, not because of what he did.
It's the same thing with a new quarterback. We draft quarterbacks.
See, but EM,
my thing is, I said from day one that
we talked about this last time, and you said that if we draft a guy like Tua, we should get rid of Rosen.
Only if we do not select a quarterback in the top 10. Okay. Only if.
So if we get a guy like Jordan Love,
second round,
keeping Rosen,
right?
Well, I can somewhat at that point a second round pick, third round pick on a quarterback.
Right.
Okay.
Don't Tua still need, even if we took him, doesn't he still need someone to push him? Doesn't he still need someone to compete with? They all gonna need that.
I agree.
quarterbacks.
Otherwise, we get right back into the same thing we had with Tannehill. Tannehill never had to fight for the job.
That's why I said to keep Rosen when we talked about this because I want the competition.
I'm only coming from the perspective of it could create a very toxic environment, bro.
Which makes sense. I understand that.
That's all I'm saying.
Because you're gonna get that tension. You're gonna get that tension, right?
Competition breeds competition breeds perfection.
Yeah, but you don't want to.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, but
iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, but you don't want it to turn toxic though. You don't want to put their hands on it.
Gotta be free.
Nah, come on. Hold on. Who you trying to say shouldn't get competition?
I beat you out. It's my job. I don't care. You ain't gotta like me. Yep. We here to win. We getting paid to play this game. So at the end of the day, them quarterbacks ain't going. Listen, when they off on their long weekend for their bye week, them dudes ain't hanging out together.
No, if you're smart, you're taking the O-line out to dinner.
We getting paid. They getting paid to play. So at the end of the day, somebody gonna win the job, somebody ain't. But if I got a guy behind me that I know want my job, I'm gonna go out here and do everything in my power to give this organization everything I got.
Hey, speaking of
that ain't toxic. That's business.
I meant to bring this up earlier, but I got distracted for obvious reasons. I was watching. I was watching Get Up the other morning before I went to work, and they had Mike Tannenbaum on there. Y'all probably, I'm sure it's
I'll be watching. Yeah.
Where are you going with this?
Hey,
hang
on. And he brought up an interesting point though. We all know who he likes in this draft is Justin Herbert, right?
Yeah.
But you got to remember, think back to last year when the rumors came out about how Miami was, really high on him, last year, and who was with him? All those trips that he took out to Oregon to see him personally, Chris Greer was sitting right next to him. Now, again, I'm not saying that Chris Greer is high on him, but all I'm saying that's just something to pay attention to. Because
watch all of that, bro.
Because they were high on Justin Herbert last year, and Chris Greer was right next to him.
Who was
Chris Greer?
Well, I don't know. I know Mike Tannenbaum was. I know Mike Tannenbaum.
See, what I've heard is Rich. I was watching the Rich Eisen show when Jordan Palmer was on. They're talking about quarterbacks and stuff, and basically through the grapevine since the 2018 draft in Dallas, from what he's been heard directly, Greer has been in love with Tua. So it might have been Tannenbaum was in love with Herbert.
Grapevine.
It must have been Tannenbaum in love with Herbert, but please, God, no. Stay away from that.
No.
What they heard from the grapevine.
No. That is the second coming of Ryan Tannehill and TD.
That means he'll be straight then.
He has a bigger arm, though.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Stop talking about Tannehill, man. That's a grown man. Tua still got his baby teeth, man.
I think Tannehill has a higher football IQ than Herbert. I think he's very inconsistent. He lacks anticipation. He flashes brilliance, but then
we were supposed to do. Tannehill would have been the best quarterback we'd had since Marino, man. But
exactly,
we didn't do it.
He said if we would have did what we were supposed to do,
they failed as an organization, putting the pieces around.
That is ridiculous.
We didn't like him. Some people put all the blame at his feet, but it wasn't his fault. Quarterback is only as good as
the best is Marino. Like, think of who we had. Like, come on,
quarterback is only as good as the supporting.
That's not saying much.
Hey, I'm glad you said. I was just getting ready to say that, but you know something? It ain't saying much. It ain't saying much at all.
Yeah, because we didn't do it.
Only good as the supporting cast, so
we didn't do it.
Hey, if we had Marino for those Fiedler years, we'd probably have a Super Bowl. That's the sad reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a run game. He had a run game and a defense.
Yeah.
And if we, on that note, if we would have had Marino in the Tannehill years, he might have not been a Hall of Famer either.
No, he wouldn't have been. Not at all.
Whoa, that's blasphemous.
Yeah, I don't
know. You hear what I said? I said if we had Marino in the Tannehill years,
right,
he probably wouldn't be a Hall of Famer.
Lie.
Because in the Tannehill years, Marino would have got a
Marino doesn't hold the ball though. Tannehill held the ball. That was his problem.
Man,
Marino guys open. Marino don't get it.
Marino had a great pocket presence.
Who's Marino gonna throw to?
Huh?
Marino gonna throw to?
Marino made the Bears better.
And don't sit here and act like Marino ain't had no time to throw the ball that time.
Stop that. No supporting cast.
Marino, boy, stop. He would have been getting sacked as much.
Stop, man. Stop this.
Hang on.
They are dying.
Hang on.
With no protection.
Crazy.
Hold on. That year we had the unicorn line with Albert, Pouncey, et cetera. We had that stack line. That stack line.
First year.
That stack line before the injuries started piling up. Marino would have made something happen that year with that line.
Absolutely. And remember what Tannehill did that year?
Yeah, well,
Marino would have had about 5,000.
Do you remember? Hold on. Do you remember what Tannehill did that year?
He actually put up good numbers before he got hurt.
That was his breakout year. Yeah, that was his breakout year, and then he got hurt.
Yeah, agreed. That's why I said that. Marino would have had 6,000 yards that year. Who was it? Was it Rod Woodson? Rod Woodson said recently that Marino in this new age football NFL would put up 6,000 yards.
Tannehill had a breakout year throwing 80% of his throws with bubble screens. He had a breakout year. Yeah, he did.
Stop that crap, EM. You a lie. You a good. That's a bold lie. That's a lie. This man wasn't throwing no bubble screens that year. That was when he was going deep to Kenny Stills and them.
But he could do that because he had a running game. Like I said, good Tannehill, running game and defense, and you'll see something. So can he carry it himself? Never. No, he'll never be that guy.
His best season was 2014.
Was that the unicorn line, right?
Yeah, and he had 4,045 yards, 27 touchdowns.
Question: with Marino's talent, Reason just was pointing to it. Reason with Marino's talent, what would Marino be like in this quarterback world today with the protection they're giving quarterbacks?
Oh, he would throw 6,000 yards.
Yeah, it would be over. He would break every record.
When you say the protection they're giving quarterbacks, are you talking about the NFL or the offensive line?
The NFL. Just giving them.
Absolutely. You would have had a field day if he had a good O-line.
Yeah, it would be over.
Oh my God!
He would make Mahomes would look like a bum compared to him.
Well, I'm not gonna say that, but
did you watch that guy? His release was quicker than Mahomes' feet.
Bro, hey, don't try to school me on Dan Marino, so bro.
Listen, here's the thing.
Go talk about Tannehill throws or bubble screens. What you think Tua's off?
Listen.
Chance, brother.
Mahomes 9 times out of 10, he has speed across the board around him, so he can just throw it and they're open. He'll just throw it up and you run and get it. Marino could see things that other players could not see, could not.
Amen.
And he made his receivers.
This man revolutionized the game. You put Marino in this era? Oh, please.
Marino ain't had no 2 seconds to throw the ball. Let's not sit here and act like we crazy. Y'all act like Marino had 2 seconds to throw the ball. Marino ain't had no 2 seconds to throw the ball. Marino had his good 3.5 to 4 seconds to throw the freaking ball. Y'all sit here. Y'all talk about how I'm crazy for comparing Tannehill and Marino. I ain't comparing them. There ain't no comparison. But stop sitting here acting like it's the same scenario. No. Marino was never a 2-second quarterback. Had to get rid of the ball.
Hey, ball game. Quick question.
That man always had protection to throw the ball because they made sure of it.
And he made his receivers.
Hey. Let me know when you finish, TD. Let me know when you finish.
Yeah, let me finish, CM. How about that? Y'all always talk about Tannehill and compare him to a quarterback, whatever quarterback you want to name. You compare him to a quarterback. You said, let me finish. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Y'all always compare Tannehill to other quarterbacks who are in a way better situation. And then when that man gets in a good situation and he shines, you ignore it. Why do we ignore when he's in a good situation and he shines, but we ignore the fact that, we want to talk about Mahomes who get 4 or 5 seconds to throw the ball. We want to talk about that and start, Tannehill ain't this, Tannehill ain't that. Why? No. I didn't tell you I was done. I ain't tell you I was done here. I ain't tell you I was done. I ain't tell you I was done.
Kansas City put a lot of money into their O-line.
I ain't tell you I was done. So before you go on, when I do tell you I was done, please help the people and answer one question. Give me the quarterback that y'all want to say, oh, he ain't nowhere near that guy. Name the quarterback that's in a similar situation that Tannehill was in. 2 seconds to throw the ball, then I'll listen. So stop comparing these guys. Russell Wilson ain't in no 2 second. Russell Wilson always got a 6-man line of scrimmage. This man always got a 6-man line of scrimmage. That is a lot. That is a lot. Russell Wilson ain't in there. This man got a 6-man line of scrimmage.
I miss Tuesday so much.
Come on, man.
Can't believe you said that, Russell Wilson. This man got a 6-man line of scrimmage on 80% of his plays.
You done, TD? You done?
I ain't, but you keep playing talking like I am.
Truth be told, you've been done a long time ago. But anyway,
according to you, answer that question.
I got one question. And y'all sit here and talk about my love affair for Tua Tagovailoa ball game.
It's a little more than that, but go ahead.
No. Y'all talk about my quote unquote love affair with Tua.
Bro, we know you got an ankle fetish. Go ahead.
That 30-minute soliloquy that you just went on right there just gave the world an indication just how much you are in love and blinded by your love affair for Ryan Tannehill. It is ridiculous.
Bro, like I said, it ain't blinding his love. It's common sense. I'm talking football here. Y'all compare this man to people who are in perfect situations, but then when he get time to throw the ball, he looks so much better. But y'all will see. He'll still mess it up eventually.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself,
TD. I have a question.
Go ahead. Ask away.
So are you saying that Tannehill is in an optimal position now?
What do you mean by optimal? I mean, you saying like he's in a much better position than he was.
Okay. My thing is like this.
I'm not gonna say optimal.
Okay.
Because it could even be better.
Okay. So what I'm gonna say is this. He has a Pro Bowl running back, right?
Okay.
Get a Pro Bowl running back. I can't say any of his receivers are going to be, Pro Bowlers. Like, I don't watch Tennessee like that. But even with that,
has better protection.
You got a Pro Bowl tight end.
Even with that, none of us are sitting here saying Tannehill can take that team to a Super Bowl or take them to the next level.
You won't say it until he. You won't say it. You won't say it until he proves it. Who would say it? You're not supposed to say it until he does it.
Ain't nobody in their right mind going to lay any line down on Tennessee winning a Super Bowl, and those are great odds with Tannehill at the helm.
Hey.
Hold on. Nobody in their right mind gonna put a line on Tennessee winning.
If they make it to the playoffs, I feel like if Tannehill get them to the playoffs, I feel like he winning. So
he winning what? A game? A wild card game?
No, I'm just saying he winning because that's something that's something that didn't happen here with us.
See what I mean? See what I mean by my point about the love affair? At least with Tua, I have something tangible to go off on. I've got tape. I've got national championship.
Them ankles ain't tangible. That hip ain't tangible. That nose ain't tangible. That concussion ain't tangible.
Tannehill is not getting it done.
His first read ain't tangible.
I like Tannehill. I like Tannehill, but he ain't going to get to a Super Bowl.
No, the team, not him.
I have national championship.
I ain't saying that.
Derrick Henry turned up in the second half of that game, and Tannehill threw 1, 2, maybe 3 passes, and now we want to crown him. Get out of here. Derrick Henry brought them boys back. Get out of here. We're not doing that. We're not giving credit where it don't belong.
Insanity. I'm not insanity. You know me better than that. Hold on. You know me better than that, Finsanity. I never said that Tannehill was all the end all be. I never said that he's the only reason that Tennessee is winning. He's in a much better situation where his team can also help.
Yes, you did.
He's in a situation where his team can help. I'm a firm believer that you don't put everything on the quarterback.
He's not that dude, though.
I'm not. Hold on. First of all, hold on. Back up for a second. First of all, he is that dude. In a good situation, he is that dude.
I know.
The problem. Hold on. Nah, Ian, you just throwing smoke. How about we do this, man? Because I'm getting my point across. All right. Listen,
Jermaine
he
Daly
is
don't
that.
even.
He is that dude in the right situation.
Jermaine Daly don't.
And the reason why I say he that dude in the right situation, every time he in the right situation, he that dude. He's never the reason they lose, and he's always part of the reason they win. But every time he's not in a good situation, he looks the team around him folds.
TD, how many times was
Then you
Tannehill
put him
having
in
a bad first
unnecessary
half for us?
situation.
And then these wide receivers in our running game come alive in the second half, make a comeback in the fourth quarter, but we want to throw it on Tannehill. No, let's go back and look at it.
Hold on. Name it when it happened, Finsanity.
I got an even better question. Finsanity. I got an even better question.
Go ahead, man.
How many times did we watch Tannehill go down, get us the lead? There'll be 2 minutes and 25 seconds, 2 minutes and 10 seconds before the 2 minute warning, and then the defense go out there and give up a late touchdown, and then Tannehill left with 30 to 35 seconds left on the clock, and then went down there and scored in a minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah,
and we blame him.
How many times did that happen?
Happened against Aaron Rodgers, that's for sure.
First of all,
yes.
We knew that was happening. If anybody thought that Aaron Rodgers wasn't coming back, Aaron Rodgers coming back against anybody's defense. It doesn't matter. So don't throw out Aaron Rodgers. At least throw out a quarterback on this level.
Andrew Luck did it to us like 2 or 3 times.
It kept happening, Finsanity.
That's not. Listen, that's on our defense. That's why I say fix this defense.
But we blame Tannehill for the overall record.
We
blame him for the overall record.
You might not, but a lot of people have.
I didn't. But what I'm going to say is, when Tannehill looked his best, it was when he had a running game. Correct.
Yes.
So let's not just act like he's that guy who would just give him the ball and he can carry it. He's not that.
How many quarterbacks out a running game?
If you're not going to take over the game, your running game's not working, and you can't go out and win me a game, you're not that dude. And he showed he was not that dude until Jay Ajayi started running off his behind. I'm cool with Tannehill. I want
Insanity. My argument is not that he's Brady. I'm not arguing that Tannehill is Brady.
I never said Brady.
I'm saying he's the guy who's good enough
who can carry your team. I never said
all I keep saying is Tannehill is good enough to win. All I'm saying is he's good enough to win.
If Dilfer can do it, Tannehill can do it.
All my only argument is he's good enough to do it.
TD.
He's good enough.
He's good. Okay.
TD, I made the point earlier.
In one of these games, you told me to film in Tennessee where he does it from the first quarter to the fourth. Because what he does is that Derrick Henry comes alive in the second half. Hence why I picked him up in my free agency, because I know he's a second half running back and a second end of a season type of runner. That's when he starts getting his chunk yards.
Watch this. Finsanity. The last 4 games, who's been a better quarterback, Ryan Tannehill or Tom Brady? Last 4 games.
Bro.
Who's been a better quarterback?
Who's played harder talent?
Who's been
Tom Brady is old. What are you talking about?
Wow.
The man is old.
No, you're missing the point. I want you to answer the question, and I'll give it to you.
Let me answer this. Let me answer it like this, okay? Tom Brady is winning games with his defense, despite not having a running game. So that means he's having to do it with his arm and score points with his arm, because his running game is not present. It might be 7-10 points, but his defense is giving him the ability to say you don't have to go out and score. Correct? Tannehill, correct, is getting it done with his running game. His running game and his defense put him in optimal positions to what's his name. And Tom Brady does it too. But when we know one thing about it is Derrick Henry is that offense. No one is saying
Derrick Henry did go beast mode, but late in the game,
he's not that dude.
Hey, so were we watching the same game?
What game? Because I don't watch every single. I don't go out my way to watch Tennessee play because it's not my team.
Hey, Insanity. So
what's up, man?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Hang on, ball game. Correct me if I'm wrong, Insanity. Did you just not say that Tannehill, when you take the running game away from him and the majority of responsibility of winning the game is on his shoulders, he did not perform up to expectations? Did you not say that?
Not as frequently, yes.
So in other words, you need elite play from that position, right? When defensive coordinators start to take things away from
It
you.
don't have to be elite. It just has to be. It has to be enough for you to.
I didn't ask you, ball game. I asked Insanity. So
let me answer your question because I also just prefaced by saying that Tom Brady is not playing elite, but he also has a defense that is carrying him and letting him win games. So when you try to mix my words, say the whole statement. Say everything that I said. Don't pull bits and pieces and try to make it abuse to what you want.
First off, hold on.
It's a defense.
First off,
Sincerity, I'm not disagreeing with you. This is I was going to redirect this question towards TD. But
don't redirect towards TD.
Come on now.
It's fine. Go ahead, EM.
I agree with you, Insanity. So all I'm saying is that's the point I've been trying to make with this debate on TD on whether or not you need elite play or a game manager to take you and get you to the point that we all want to get to the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady has always had a defense.
Tom ain't playing right now, but
Tom Brady has always had a defense. Don't do that.
When I made that point last week, man, all of y'all on the panel just went berserk.
And then we still would go berserk.
Okay, you are, but basically going off what Insanity just said, that's exactly what I've been trying to tell you all along.
First of all, hold on. First off, I need to fact check. First off, I need to fact check a few things. Y'all keep on saying Derrick Henry is carrying this offense. Derrick Henry carried this offense last week. Do you know the last 4 games? How many games have Derrick Henry had over 100 yards since Tannehill been playing quarterback the last 4 games? Do you know that answer? Because obviously, like she said, I haven't been watching Tennessee. The only 100-yard game he had was last week.
First of all,
and not only that,
fantasy lineup and check for you.
Go check. I'm sure I can tell you right here. Last week he had 188 yards.
One game.
The week before that, he had 63 yards. The week before that, he had 75. The week before that, he had 68. The week before that, he had 28. Hold on, let me keep going. Let me help y'all understand. So y'all need to get this straight.
Hold on.
All these false narratives. The man got 200-yard games this season. Yeah. But with Tannehill, only one, and that's the last game. Okay, that was the last game they played where the offensive line didn't play as well either.
Hold on. Out of the last 4 games, though, that Tannehill started, he's had 3
no matter who they play.
Hold on. 3 of those games, he has had over 100 all-purpose yards. So, yeah, he's had only 100 rushing yards. But
but who threw the ball?
He had 100 all-purpose yards.
So those passes, those dump-off passes.
And that's hold on, back up. That's false as well. Hold on, that's false as well. That's false as well. What Reason just said. What Reason just said is false as well. All-purpose yards, that is false as well. Okay,
you said
the last 4 games he played, he had over 100 all-purpose yards.
I said 3.
What? Not that guy to carry you from the first quarter to the fourth quarter.
Week 9, he had.
Hold on. In Carolina, he did not have.
He had 99. He had 99.
Okay, it wasn't 100. In the week before that against Tampa Bay, he had 83.
And then against
the Chargers, okay, he got 1 pass for 18 yards.
108, but 99 is 100. That's semantics.
You're defending Tannehill.
It's not like that, Finsanity. What I'm saying to you is, first of all, y'all missing the whole basis of my argument in the first place. The basis of my argument is he's good. Matter of fact, y'all making my argument. He's good enough with the supporting cast. If he got a good running game, he got an offensive.
Good enough
Can
for
I
what?
finish, EM?
Good enough for what? That's the question. Good enough for what?
To win.
To win what? To win what?
To win whatever aspirations they have. They can go.
Hey, so you up and telling
Hey,
the
if
world,
if the playoffs started today, they're in. So
Yeah,
No. This the ball game.
so we're clear.
they already beat the Chiefs. They already beat the Chiefs once, so it ain't like they can't beat them again.
I want to get
Yeah, with
you on
Mariota.
right now, TD.
Nobody worried about the team.
With who?
Didn't they have Mariota with that game?
No.
Hey,
Tannehill beat the
ball
Chiefs.
game.
hey.
Oh yeah.
The Chiefs have no defense. The Chiefs have no defense. What are you talking about?
I'm waiting on you, Mr. EM.
That ain't Tannehill's fault.
I got you,
What are you talking
That ain't
about?
Tannehill's fault.
Almost beat the Chiefs this year.
That's not Tannehill's fault that the Chiefs ain't got no defense.
Oh
That's not
my
his
God.
fault.
So because he beat a team with no defense, with zero
Hey,
defense.
they are an NFL team, right?
Put them against the Ravens. Like they did.
They're an
every year.
NFL team,
What do
right?
you do against the Ravens for us? Nothing. What would you do for the Ravens against with the Titans? Nothing. Put them against the Ravens and then talk to me. Put them against
Insanity. Can you see them against them first? That's the thing. Y'all making all these assumptions. Hold on. Y'all making all these assumptions and ain't even seen them line up.
The point of the matter is
hold on. That's like saying put Brady against the Ravens. They lost.
Are you listen?
The point is
what
this.
I'm saying is you're saying he's good enough to win.
He's good enough to win. If hold on, let me finish that so we're clear here, Finsanity. He's good enough to win, go to the playoffs, and even have a run, maybe even win it all if everything around him. The problem is not a single person. Hold on. The problem is
lesser quarterbacks do it.
The problem is not a single person on this panel nor watching this right now have seen him in a full season with a perfect situation not get hurt to say that he can. But we automatically go ahead and check the box. That's the problem. That's the problem.
If anything in the playoffs that year, it would have been on the legs of Dan Jai and his broken knees. Don't do that.
Hold on. Let me get this straight, Finsanity. If Tannehill goes to the playoffs this year, I'll go with you and say it won't happen. But if he goes to the playoffs this year and he wins a Super Bowl, we can. It's fair to say, it don't matter. It wasn't Tannehill. It was the running game and the defense. We give him no credit. No, I'm asking. Yes or no? Is that what we do?
First of all, I'm going to evaluate the game for what it's worth. And I'm going to see how much did Tannehill attribute to that win. Because sometimes you can say, that player is the reason why they won that game. They won the big game. But for so long, we were like, Brady's defense carried him.
So you don't think Tannehill contributed to the wins that he got, the 3 wins he got in Tennessee? You don't think he's contributed?
Belichick have a top 10 defense every year.
That's what I'm saying.
No, we don't. That's not true.
Not a top. What I'm saying is like this. How much did he attribute to it? Is he that guy?
What matters the most?
I just
takeaways and scoring defense.
That guy can overcome a lot.
They lock up. Knock it off. They lock up.
Marino was getting to the playoffs every year in spite of a lot of things, a lot of mishaps on this roster.
Hang on.
So he didn't do it in spite of. You say Tannehill has to be in a perfect situation. Not every quarterback is going to be put in a perfect situation. Can you carry it?
I'm not saying a perfect situation. No, you're listening.
It's what situation. He can
Everybody's not going to be in a perfect situation. You're right, Kennedy. But
Dad, no, because this is my fight. Dad, don't do it. This is my fight.
I'm gonna give you that.
Let her get it off.
Insanity.
You're
right, Insanity. Everybody.
So we're clear, TD. So we're clear. You are up there.
It's what he needed, and if we would have did that, we would have been more successful. Tannehill is putting in his highest QBR. He's putting in his highest QBR this year in his entire career at 105. His highest QBR this season.
TD, so what you're
with the right things around him.
TD, what you are telling the world, I want you on record now. I want you on record. I'm tired of y'all saying one thing and then when I check you on it the next week, you act like you don't know what I'm talking
ahead, bro, because I'm telling you what you go ahead.
So what you're doing, you just told the world that Ryan Tannehill is capable of taking a team to a Super Bowl, is what you said.
Yes.
That's all I want to know.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Hey. That tells me.
He is capable of taking a team to the Super Bowl if he has the right team around him.
Here's the thing.
Ain't no quarterback.
Listen.
Ain't no quarterback. Yes. That's the point I'm making, because y'all compare him with quarterbacks that have the right things around them, but automatically give them the checkbox that they can take them there. But we ignore the fact that they have everything around them.
Perfect. You said perfect. You said perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
No. Hold on. You're right. They are in perfect situations for them. Perfect situations for them. They got a running game, they got an O-line, and they got a defense.
So
with the quarterback, and they go to Super Bowls.
You said what?
Those are perfect. If you got a running back, and you got an O-line, and you got a defense, that's what I constitute as a perfect situation for a quarterback.
You're ridiculous.
They went to the Super Bowl.
But then he win it.
But they win. Everybody ain't gonna win. Maybe there's two teams with that situation. Y'all talking about the winner. You're talking about the Super Bowl winner. Come on. Now y'all stress. The Rams did have it. And look at him go. Is Jared Goff playing lights out right now? If Jared Goff looking like Ryan Tannehill right now,
he ain't that dude.
You saw everything.
He ain't that dude, but he can take him to a Super Bowl. He ain't that dude, but he can take him to a Super Bowl.
They were there last year, that's for sure. With Jared Goff.
Hold on. Answer the question. Don't move forward. You just trapped yourself. He ain't that dude, but they can go to the Super Bowl with him.
I asked you, what is your objective? What's the objective? Is to win.
Everybody's objective. But your argument was he's good enough to take him to the Super Bowl. He's good enough to take him to the Super Bowl. That's all you can ask.
The Rams had no business being in the Super Bowl. Let's get that thing clear, because we all know that was pass interference. The Rams had no business being in there.
Okay,
so yes,
even if they didn't go.
But they were there.
But they were. And even if they didn't go, it came down to one
back and forth on the hill and all that other stuff. Fact of the matter was they were there.
Listen.
He has a running game. He has a and he's still not going to get to the Super Bowl.
Okay, first of all, hold on. The Rams didn't win, first of all, because Gurley and their whole run game broke down because he got arthritic. Second of all, this is what this whole argument boils down to. EM and Finsanity are saying he's not a franchise quarterback, but TD is saying you build the franchise around him and you put him in there and you can win like that. That's the difference.
He's not a franchise quarterback. So he's not saying it.
But he's saying if you put franchise pieces and pieces in other positions, you can win with them.
Reason is giving y'all reason.
Listen,
Hey, is the objective just want to get to the playoffs and get bounced out the first?
Nobody said that. Nobody said that. You can still go to the Super Bowl.
Not that dude to win the Super Bowl. That's it.
Listen,
that's all I'm saying.
If Trent Dilfer can get to the Super Bowl and the quarterback he's facing is Kerry Collins, who's fresh out of rehab, Tannehill can go to the Super Bowl. Because I don't know if you guys actually watched that.
I said win.
It was like terrible quarterback.
It's cool, Quinn.
I said win.
It's cool, bro.
I said win.
I don't know why. I understand what they said.
Trent Dilfer won it. Brad Johnson won it.
Win.
Brad. Listen, you're gonna sit here and tell me
how many times?
Tannehill is better than Brad Johnson and Trent Dilfer.
For sure.
They won. They both have rings.
He can't do it. He can't do it.
Anything's possible.
No.
We're going to debate their defenses. Okay.
I'm not going to say he was better than Brad Johnson. Trent Dilfer maybe, but I'm not going to say Brad Johnson made the Pro Bowl. He's made Pro Bowls in his career. So, no.
Yeah, Tannehill had everything around him. He might make one, too.
Well, he didn't. He hasn't. Stay out of that hypothetical world that you're living in. I keep telling y'all that. Y'all keep saying, if this, if that. At the end of the day, he didn't get it done. He did not get it done. He did not
No, he's not that good.
This is such an easy one for me because if Tua Tagovailoa got drafted by the Miami Dolphins and we did the same thing, Miami.
Again, here you go.
We had the same stuff around him, and that kid was like you.
Again,
I we never did our due diligence for him.
Again, here you go in a hypothetical world. Here you go again.
Listen,
It's hypothetical.
ever win the Super Bowl.
I'm getting from y'all.
Hold on, Big trying to say something. Big been quiet for a while. Let Big talk, man.
EM, from right here and now, from after right now, from not from the past, not from film, you have no idea what Tua is going to be like. You're doing the same thing. You're hypothetical guessing what's going to happen with his career. So we're all doing the same thing. We don't know until the game plays out. You're hoping that he's going to be the guy you want him to be. Why?
What my point is with Tua,
his life has changed. His life has changed before.
No, hang on. Let me.
All right, go ahead.
My point is, at least with Tua, you got something. You got something to work off of. He's got passing titles. He's got national championships. He's got All-American accolades. Tannehill has done nothing like that.
Listen, I'm not talking about Tannehill. I'm talking about what you're saying hypothetical. He has mobility issues from here out because of the surgery.
You don't know that. That's a hypothetical. You don't know that.
I don't
just like you don't know if he don't.
You don't know.
You don't know if he don't.
It's all hypothetical. So you have to be in the same boat. The same boat TD is. You have to say, I don't know, but I'm hoping the best. Right or wrong?
No, I disagree with that.
Really?
I disagree with that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because I'm going off something tangible that Tua has given you, a body of work. Tannehill
But he's not.
He's not even in the NFL yet, though.
This man ain't give you no body of work.
He ain't
give you no body of work. He ain't in the NFL.
Nobody is comparing. My point I made was from the love affair standpoint. I said was, at least with Tua, he's giving you a body of work to give the evaluation that everybody has given him.
But
Tannehill has given TD absolutely nothing for him to give
I'm
the
not,
evaluation on.
I'm not talking.
That's my point.
I'm talking about Tannehill. I'm talking about the future. Okay, you've got Rosen.
I never said anything about the future. I'm talking
right now you're talking about what can happen. You're saying these people are demented or delusional because they don't get the body of work, but you don't know what his body of work is from the time he got hurt forward. Same as Rosen. We don't know where Rosen's going to be after he sits on the bench for the rest of the year. We don't know where he's going to be in the next year's practice. You can't say that these people can't be good or can be good. So you got to trust everybody's logic saying, I hope. That's all you have.
Again, so I'm clear. So everybody understands. So everyone understands. I was primarily coming from the comment that you all made about my quote-unquote love affair with Tua. My rebuttal to that was, for the 50th time, was that at least Tua has given you something to substantiate the evaluation that they have on him. Tannehill has not.
Bro, what Tua gives is diddly squat because he ain't in the NFL yet. Who cares about evaluation? They give him every year, and a lot of these guys come in and dumb.
Did I ever compare their NFL careers? Absolutely not.
You just said Tua gave you this, and Tannehill has not.
Has he not given? Has Tua
you comparing it to NFL?
Has Tua not given you an All-American caliber career at Alabama?
Who cares about All-American? This is the NFL. We ain't even in the conversation yet. We're talking about Tannehill.
Bro, I never try to compare make a projection of a career of Tua having a better career than Ryan Tannehill. I did not. I only was coming from the perspective of the quote-unquote love affair comment that y'all made. That's what I was coming from. So stop trying to put words in my mouth. You, Vic, or whoever else you got on the panel. Stop trying to put words in my mouth.
He's just saying, EM's just saying that the reason why he's in love with Tua is the body of work he's already provided. That's it. That's it.
It substantiates everything, the evaluation that they put on Tua.
That's why I'm in love with him too. So
but my rebuttal to TD is that as far as coming from the love affair comments perspective, Tannehill has given you nothing for you to fall in love with.
And that's where, okay, if I'm to understand your point now, that's where you're wrong. You're saying Tannehill has given me nothing. This is what I'm telling you.
Has he gone to a Pro Bowl?
Bro, can I finish saying?
Neither has Tua.
Can I give you my thoughts? Can I give you my thoughts?
Has Tannehill taken the team to playoffs?
Can I give you my thoughts?
Okay, go
on why I say he has. I have always been on the record saying anybody says that Tannehill is great, you don't know. Anybody who says he's trash, you don't know, because he hasn't had a consistent year of having everything he needs around him.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, what? He hasn't had what he needed around him.
All you're saying is Tannehill, if he had this, if he had
no. That ain't what I'm saying. Will you listen sometimes? Just sometimes. That ain't what I'm saying this time. Bro, obviously not, because you're about to realize you ain't need to say that. Like I said, those who say Tannehill is trash, you don't know. Those who say Tannehill is great, like I say Tannehill is great, we don't know. I've said that a million times. You don't really know because you haven't seen him in a situation where the necessary pieces have been around him, like some of these great. Hold on, EM. I see you ready to talk. Just hear it out, okay? You haven't seen him in a situation like the greater quarterbacks that people name, right? All I keep saying is when Tannehill had, I don't want to say a bum team, but so many deficiencies on the team, you saw many flaws, but you saw glimpses and flashes. But every time where we felt like, man, we finally got the team, insert Tannehill, he balled out. And when he balled out, he got hurt. Hold on. His first 4 seasons, nobody can sit here and say he had what he needed. Through and throughout that team. Now, when he got to that year when we had that O-line, that running game that Phins said he talked about with Ajayi and all of that, one of his best seasons because a lot of pressure came off of him. The only point that I continue to make is we compare him to other quarterbacks who already have those benefits, but we don't realize the pressure that's taken off of them for already having it. But then when those guys get their money and they go to, and then their team isn't the same, they don't even look the same. But we automatically give them the cred that they already had in the first few years when they had everything. We automatically give them that cred and let them live off of it. Let me finish. And then now, this is the second time or the third time, because last year in the first 3 games when nobody was hurt, Tannehill looked good again. And then he lost 2 offensive linemen right away. In 1 game, 2 offensive linemen. Then things went to hell. Then they started losing defensive tackles. Then everything went to hell. Okay? But he was 3-0. But then this year, he comes in and starts with another good situation. There has only been 3 times in Tannehill's career where he's had a good situation. The great O-line year, and he balled out in that situation. The beginning of last year, he was balling out, and right now, he's balling out. You cannot sit here and tell me there's been any other point in his career where he had the supporting cast on the offense and defense where
again.
He had to help.
Again, like I said, you are living in a hypothetical world, TD.
That's not hypothetical, bro. Am I wrong about what I just said?
You just went on a 30 minutes a little.
Why you keep saying 30 minutes?
You're talking about hypotheticals, bro. Well,
bro, how is that hypothetical? I just said 3 times in his career. Was those 3 times hypothetical?
What did he win? He went on a 3-game winning streak. Okay, so what?
Oh my God.
So what?
Oh my God. You keep talking about what he won.
You know what?
It's the simple fact
you know what I see it now.
Right,
you know what I see now? Y'all
all right, don't worry about it.
Don't
worry about it. You're just gonna make some good stuff as we keep going with Tennessee doing what they gotta do.
Y'all need to elevate. Y'all
I can't wait.
Y'all need to elevate y'all standards that y'all have.
Don't worry about it. I want to hear what y'all got to say out of your mouth for winning games. I want to hear what you got to say out your mouth then.
All I'm saying is this, bro. Nobody said Tannehill did not flash. Tannehill made plays that would take your breath away at times. But my knock on Tannehill
with a bad team around him in many cases.
My knock on Tannehill was the lack of consistency. There is times when Tannehill had opportunities to make plays to elevate our team.
All right,
He did not do
Can I ask
it.
y'all a question?
Don't want to put none of it on the coaching or anything.
Why is it every single time Tannehill's job was like on the line, then he balled out? Like he had to be underneath pressure. That's why I said only behind him.
He still balled out.
When did he really ball out? When did he really ball out?
And he was killing us. So we ain't even gonna put that game out there. Started balling out. We're not gonna do that.
I'll wait for you to answer that, Insanity. When was his job on the line and he started balling out? I'll wait. I'll wait.
You don't remember when he was filming that Raiders game when we went to London and they were calling for his starting position, and then he went to London and balled out after Derek Carr got hurt? Oh, that game. There you go.
Now you mentioned in one game?
Oh my God. How many times has Tannehill been on the line? There's been so many times over Tannehill's head.
I don't even
over Tannehill's head so many times. What are you talking about? Bring it to competition for him. Tannehill performed in competition behind him. No lie. Oh my God. And here's the thing, Matt Moore put up some crazy numbers against the Jets when Tannehill got hurt. What are you talking about? Tannehill ain't that dude. Tannehill is not that dude.
Point is there behind him balling out one game.
Tannehill is not that dude. That's all I'm saying. Why is that a problem? If you say he's not great and he's not bad, and I say he's not that dude, we're still in the same spectrum. What I'm saying is all this credit that keeps being given to him because you want to troll people is not worthy, bro.
Like I said, when he started winning with Tennessee, I'm just curious what y'all gonna say then. Y'all gonna make y'all own excuses that's reversed.
Listen,
you're gonna say, oh, it ain't him.
When he gets over 250 yards passing, we can talk.
Hey, Dolphin fans, who is playing right now? Wait, who's playing better right now? Ryan Fitzpatrick, okay, or Tannehill? Who's playing better?
Tannehill.
Wow.
Why?
We have a running game. Tannehill was hiding behind that running game. What are you talking about?
Stop.
Thank you.
And our players are dropping balls.
So
and we're not playing
the question.
What are you talking about?
We're
not playing against the same talent.
Tannehill does, and he looks like a better quarterback now.
Listen. I said that. I said give Tannehill a running game and a defense, and he will look good. But he's not that dude. So how am I saying different? People were telling me I was right a week ago, and now I'm telling me I'm crazy because now I put he's not that dude behind it. Give him a running game and a defense, and he'll be okay.
I would say Ryan Fitzpatrick is better. Okay, I agree with you. But the team around our quarterbacks makes our quarterbacks better. Always does.
Thank you. The people around you make him elevate him. They also can make the quarterback better.
No matter.
So if I say Tannehill is not that dude, that he needs other things, that he cannot elevate his team, but he needs a team to elevate him. How is that wrong?
Hold on. Everybody elevates insanity. That's the big misconception that the quarterback elevates everybody. Everybody elevates each other. You don't think Tannehill throwing them dimes in Tennessee ain't elevating those receivers? Throwing the 12. This man threw the 12 different people in one game. You don't think he ain't elevating people around him? You don't think his threat on the play action ain't been helping Derrick Henry at all? Come on. You ignore it.
The running game makes the play action possible. Don't try to flip this. You don't need an elite quarterback. You need a defense in a running game. So why are we arguing?
The running game is making the play action. The play action is the running game, keeping them honest. You are correct. Thank you.
TD, we have quarterbacks in this league who we know if we put the ball in their hands, they are going to take their team wherever they need to go. We have those quarterbacks. We know that. We know that. Tannehill was not in that list.
Not going to do it in important
That's all I'm saying. How is that wrong?
Hang
You're
on.
saying the exact same thing, but in different languages, TD. You're agreeing with me. That's why I stopped arguing with you. If I say he's not that dude, and you say he needs a franchise to elevate him, we're both saying he's not that dude. You're saying he's good. I'm saying he's not that dude. We're agreeing. So why are you trying to make a point?
Name the quarterback who does it, Finsanity, and I'll show you people who are around him helping them get it done.
What are you talking about, TD?
Hey, y'all go to
exactly the point you made. There are quarterbacks you can there are quarterbacks you can give the ball to. They'll go down the field and get it done.
You're telling me. You're telling me you can't think of quarterbacks. I don't answer rhetorical questions. You're not telling me that there are not quarterbacks who we say are elite. What I'm saying is he's not that dude. He's not elite. What is wrong with that statement?
My point is my point is what make elite quarterbacks elite is also the fact that they got receivers catching the ball for them too. Do you know how many quarterbacks wouldn't look elite if they receivers wouldn't catch the ball? Do you know how many quarterbacks would not look elite if the receivers weren't catching the ball?
Aaron Rodgers has worked with garbage at times.
Exactly.
Aaron Rodgers has made garbage work when Devontae Adams was out.
When you guys, when he got hurt.
See, that's where people get they miss the fact of football. You think that Aaron Rodgers made garbage look good without Devontae Adams? Do you think that those guys might actually be good?
No.
Are you kidding me?
Man, get out of here, man.
He was on his 5th and 6th receiver. This guy was on his 4th, 5th, and 6th receiver at one point.
And those 4th and 5th, 6th receivers were catching tough balls.
They had the closest thing in Marino throwing to them.
On the ball that says you can't catch, but my throw is going to allow you to catch.
Oh my
guys. These are NFL players. They're here for a reason. They do their job.
Okay, here you go. Dak Prescott is leading the league in passing yards, and they have the 2nd most drops in the NFL. So that's a guy making it work with guys letting him down. That's what I'm saying.
With 2 of the top leading receivers, especially if one of them didn't get hurt.
But they've been banged up. Here, Gallup and Cooper have missed games in time.
And look at this. If you take their missed games away, are they not top? Both of them were in the top 5 in receivers. They were the top receiving corps when we went in there. They were the number 1 receiving corps in the NFL when we went in there. So don't give me no doubt. They were the number 1
the 2nd most drops. What are you talking about? The first 3 games were against trash teams, including us.
I'm so lost right now. What was the original argument? I don't think anybody was saying Tannehill is a Brady. I thought it was just that based on the circumstances and the situation that he's facing right now, that he had a better, with a better supporting cast, Tannehill could have been better. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
That's the whole thing.
No. You said Super Bowl. He said Super Bowl.
He said he could win a Super Bowl with his Titans team.
I said you don't know if that man
me or him.
No,
the Super Bowl.
No, TD.
TD said he's confident that Tannehill can win. Take a team to a Super Bowl. That's what you just said.
Hey, Brad Smith did it, and Trent Dilfer did it too. So
you don't know.
We don't know.
Which is my point. Y'all need to get out of that hypothetical world.
Y'all acting like y'all already know.
To be fair, TD did say you need an O-line, a defense, and a running game for Tannehill to have a shot to win with Tennessee.
So that's a lot. Tannehill is not that dude where he can carry it by himself.
He can't. No. We're not arguing that.
Who can though?
So why were me and TD arguing? That's why I stopped.
I don't know.
I don't know. Not that dude. That's all I'm saying.
There's a quarterback in the league that can do it by himself.
Right. Exactly.
That's a mute point because there's not one quarterback in the league that can do it by himself.
Unless the quarterback plays safety or
and we'll never win a Super Bowl. Can I say it like that? Does that make it clearer?
Well, if you want to change it now,
I think you wound up over something that they need to be wound up over.
Y'all need to go to timeout. Y'all need to go to timeout or something.
You need a mediator.
Because at the end of the day,
I bet not ever hear nobody mention in the comment section on this panel about I talk a lot. Really? Y'all better not ever say nothing about me.
You're right, Em. You're right.
We got our time.
Here's my thought.
I see your comments.
I'm just saying.
At the end of the day, there's not one quarterback right now playing in the NFL that can do it all by himself. They all need. That's the whole point. So this whole conversation, this whole argument, this entire argument is all based off of hypotheticals. And all he's saying is that with the right pieces around him, Tannehill could have been a lot better for us.
And all I'm saying is, if you're taking that perspective when you're building, when you're constructing a team, there is a ceiling. There is a ceiling. All I'm saying is when you're taking that perspective and constructing a team, there is a ceiling. But if you take the opposite route and you have an elite player at that position, you have an opportunity to put yourself in a situation where you can win it all.
So
there is a level to that.
So what EM is saying is that a Tua or a Burrow is a higher player, and they can bring your team up to them instead of bringing your team lower to a bottom end quarterback. Am I correct?
Why you keep going back to this Tua situation?
No, any higher quarterback in the draft is going to make your team better. You're right.
Absolutely, any quarterback.
Right.
Whether it's in the NFL or a college prospect. If you have a player. If you have elite play at that position, you have an opportunity to win. Again, you got to evaluate what your expectations are. Is the objective to win it all, or is it just to get to the playoffs?
Right.
If your objective is just to get to the playoffs, well, TD's theory is set up perfectly for that. But if you want to win it all, I told y'all we had this argument last time. The Super Bowl was the perfect illustration to my point. You had elite defenses. You had elite offenses. What was the difference in that game? When you get to the playoffs and defensive coordinators take things away from you, what else do you have to rely on except your quarterback? And generally, 9 times out of 10, it's the elite quarterback that makes the play.
Hold on, let's get this straight now, EM. That's straight false, bro. So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me Brady made the difference in that Super Bowl?
No, what he's saying is the defense basically stacked the box against the run.
It's a deciding factor.
Forced Goff to beat them over top, and Goff couldn't beat them over top.
Hang on.
What made the difference?
Brady made the plays when they presented themselves. There were, if you remember that game, there were times when Jared Goff, there was instances in that game where Jared Goff could have easily made plays that could have tipped the scales in their favor as far as the outcome of the game. He did not make them. Brady, when those exact same scenarios were presented to Tom Brady, he made them. Brady did not. Now he didn't give you the volume of great play that we're used to, that we're accustomed to seeing, but he didn't need to. But when the opportunity presented itself, Brady made the plays that were the difference in the game. Period.
That's not true. The defense did.
The defense basically took away the run and challenged Goff to beat them, and he couldn't. But I mean,
when Gurley's hurt though.
But what's his face was also ripping it up in the last year for the playoff.
The Patriots the Patriots ran the ball on them too.
What's say again, Sandy?
You said CJ Anderson?
Yeah, remember CJ Anderson was having like 130, 140-yard games. He ate up against Dallas, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly.
But that's because you also had the threat of Gurley. Then no one knew how bad Gurley was injured until that Super Bowl.
Well, I'm just saying, in the Super Bowl, they took both of them away and said, beat us, Goff, and he couldn't.
So we're sitting here saying,
but that's what great defenses do, right?
But we're sitting here saying Brady Patriots running game made the difference.
So what EM's saying, though, is like, for example, in that KC game, remember Brady threw the pick, then it got called back because of the offside. So he got to redo. He got to do the chance again. And what did he do? He converted. I think he converted like 2, 3, and 3rd and 15s or something like that in that final drive to win. Like he just made the plays when he had to make them.
That game was a defensive-centric game.
Yeah.
They had 2 of the elite defenses in the league. Okay?
Yeah.
They took away. Belichick took away
the run.
Took away the run. They totally shut that offense down.
Yeah,
and vice versa. And vice versa. So if you take all these elements away from your team, what else do you have to fall back on?
Quarterback versus quarterback.
It wasn't. See, y'all giving them. Hold on. Y'all giving a misperception. It was not quarterback versus quarterback. It was Sony Michel coming up big versus the Rams. It was Sony Michel.
That was mine.
It was Sony Michel. It was the running game of New England that made the biggest difference. We know about the drive at the end where they made some good catches with Edelman and Gronk. But Sony Michel was the steady hand in that game. That was the y'all want to make it about. Y'all want to make it about the 2 different quarterbacks when they almost had identical stats. None of them had a touchdown, and both of them had an interception.
But it's about key throws and key situations. That's the difference.
Okay, they made it. But you see, that's what y'all do. Y'all put it on. Brady made a key throw in that key situation. But if Sony Michel they rip off that 23-yarder in the 3rd quarter, they wouldn't have never been in that situation. If he wouldn't have picked up that touchdown run at the end, they wouldn't have been in that situation possibly. Y'all want to point into key throws and key situations. The thing is, y'all got quarterback bifocals on. Everything is quarterback. Like the rest of the team can't do nothing. Sony Michel could have rushed for 150 yards, but if Brady made 2 throws over key at the end, why are y'all saying that the quarterback was the difference?
We were talking
who won the game? My question is, who won the game?
The Patriots.
The Patriots won the game.
No. I'm talking about which.
The Patriots
did the defense win the game? Yes. Did Brady win the game, or
Flores got a job off that? The defense won that game.
Okay, then. So
Flores was getting looked at before that game, though.
And if you ask me, Edelman had a better game than Brady, obviously.
So did he last week? Threw more touchdowns.
See, that was crazy to me too. Edelman has a record 10 reception, 141 yard Super Bowl, but the difference came down to the quarterback. Do you know if Edelman would have dropped one of them late passes, the story might have been different? Do you see what I'm saying? But we want to put it all on the quarterback and say quarterback made the difference. This was my point right here with Julian Edelman in that Super Bowl. If he didn't play like Julian Edelman, Brady probably wouldn't have won the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady also has the most game. Tom Brady also has the most game-winning drives in NFL history, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, we can talk about history, and I give Tom Brady that.
You're only as good as the guys catching the ball for you, though. So.
But, I mean, when you come down to that 2-minute drill, really there's no one you want better than Tom Brady.
Wasn't huge. Hey, another tight end in the league going to make that catch that Gronk made. Not last year. Gronk made that catch. The ball thrown high, 6'6", 262 pounds, went up and got that ball.
Hey, y'all want to sit here and try to minimize what Brady did.
No, we're not.
I'm not minimizing.
That Rams defense did a hell of a job on Tom Brady.
Hang on. How many times we see week to week, y'all want to sit here, Brady just made it. Brady just made that quarterback trying to minimize it. How many quarterbacks we see from a week-to-week basis that do not make those same type throws in those type situations? How many quarterbacks do we see from a week-to-week basis? Over half the league. It's only over half the league. It's only maybe 5, and you're being generous. Quarterbacks that can make those timely key decisions, timely key throws in those opportune situations. It's only maybe 5, and I'm being generous.
Put Ryan Fitzpatrick in Brady's shoes. Put anybody who's got experience, anybody more than 7, 8 years in the league, all of them could play. Put Aaron Rodgers. Put any of those guys in Brady's shoes with that team, and they're going to do the same thing.
Not Fitzpatrick.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Not Fitzpatrick.
Get him off the panel. Please get him off the panel with a statement like that. Please. That's ridiculous. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
It's
would
all
be-
about the team.
Hey,
he would be more successful, but he wouldn't be winning Super
You
Bowls
would
like
tell
that.
Fitzpatrick, don't go out and lose these games. Our defense will put you in a field position, optimal field position at the end of the game where we can get a field goal and maybe win 3-0. But Fitzpatrick will never, ever measure up to Tom Brady.
I think
Devers,
Roger could have. Roger.
So Brady in his prime, y'all. Brady in his prime. If we had a prime Brady in Miami this year with the team that we have, what's our record right now?
Winning record still.
From
somehow.
2-8 to what?
No.
Yeah.
9-7.
Huh?
Yeah, we have a winning record.
No, I'm saying these 10 games in.
9-7.
I'm talking if it's the ball game. I'm talking about 10 games in. What's our record 10 games in with the receivers dropping the ball like they did for Rosen and everything?
5-5.
Man, come on, bro. What?
It'll be 5-5.
Hey.
Hold on, EM. He just said 5-5. So that actually validates some of your point that it does make a difference. The quarterback does make a difference.
They can put the ball wherever it is. If the receivers don't bring it in, then it don't matter. The perfect throws don't mean nothing unless they caught.
No,
And he's smart and doesn't take sacks and he doesn't turn the ball over. So that's a big thing too.
No one ever said that.
Tom would have been sacked
Listen,
like anybody else.
He would have thrown it away. He would have thrown it away.
intertwined into the wide receiving core more than Tom Brady. He tells you to be at this spot at this time, and if you are not there, you are not getting that ball. These wide receivers get coached by the coach and Tom Brady. Everything is timing for him. It's bam, bam, bam. Everything is like a machine for them. So it would be different.
Yeah,
bro.
It would be way different.
Hey,
But that's how many.
general.
Hey. If you remember, look at all of the great quarterbacks that have fallen at the feet of Tom Brady. Look at all the great quarterbacks that he's went up against in his career that he's beat. I mean, Hall of Famers. And and nobody's saying that Belichick doesn't help. Nobody's saying defenses give you a chance.
No, defense wins the championship.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Prime Tom Brady gets
Hey,
points.
tell me the last time you seen somebody. Tell me the last time you seen a Super Bowl. What Super Bowl team?
It's only one defense.
Who won without a stout defense?
In my opinion,
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Can I finish? You gonna let me answer the question? You gonna let me answer the question? Okay.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's only one defense that actually carried a team and won, and that was that 2000 Baltimore Ravens team. Everybody else, nobody said that Tampa Bay didn't have a great defense. Nobody said New England didn't have.
Tampa Bay defense
The
was
Giants?
Tampa Bay top 10 all time.
The Giants defense stepped up, yo, when they needed to. What are you talking about? Philly's defense, even though they gave up each of their points, they stepped up when they needed to win that game.
Look, see, hey, I'm not gonna sit here and listen for 30 minutes of this mumbo jumbo. I'm too tired. Look, you gonna let me finish or what?
I'm
I just said, hey, all I said.
I heard nothing you just said. You need to go in timeout or something.
Timeout. You just made you always get in school when I open my mouth, bro. But go ahead.
So you gonna let me finish or what?
Did I not just say go ahead?
Okay.
Go ahead, Birdman. You finish it done.
In my estimation, it's only one team that you can label as and put that and say you can point at. You can say, well, the 2000 Baltimore Ravens is the only team that in my memory since I've been old enough to really comprehend the game of football.
That was only because the defense is better than the offense.
Can I finish ball? Go ahead, ball game. Let me know when you get done. Let me know.
I asked a specific question. I said, tell me what Super Bowl team that's won. And you talking about all-time top 3 defense ever in the history of the NFL. I'm talking about the last 15 years. Let's forget the Ravens.
Well, okay. What do you?
Who has won without the help of their defense?
No, that's your problem. You're not listening. I just said nobody said that you don't need help. When did y'all ever hear me say that you don't need help? I never said that. A defense gives you a chance. Quarterbacks takes you over the top, in my estimation. So again,
okay, so that's an opinion.
And again, everybody has an opinion. So again, so we're clear. My philosophy is defense, you need all the supplementary parts of a team. Nobody's saying a quarterback can do it all 100% by himself. No one is saying that. To get to that level and to achieve that goal of hoisting that Lombardi Trophy, you need all the components of a team working in unison. And the quarterback needs help. The defensive line needs the quarterbacks to cover, and vice versa. The quarterbacks need the defensive line get to the quarterback. That you need the linebacker stopping the run. You need the O-line up front blocking, opening holes for your running game. Nobody's saying you don't need that help. Whoever said that? All I'm saying is those other supplementary parts give you a chance. An elite quarterback, elite play at that position takes you over the top. Whenever, because as you again, like I said, the further you get up in the playoffs,
that's why I hate this game, man.
Defensive coordinators start.
That's why I hate the game of football.
Defensive coordinators start to take things away from you. In other words, it makes you play left-handed.
What you're saying right there, I hate this game so much sometimes because of what you're saying right there. Because at the end of the day, you basically saying that no matter what nobody else do, everybody else can do their job, but it's gonna be the quarterback. Because it is. That's what people look at. The people say, "Who's the quarterback?" Oh, the quarterback plays.
Hey,
you know what I mean? My boys go out there on Friday night. My boys go out there on Friday night and pitch a shutout. And the team and our offense put up 49 points. We go 49-0. They talk about the quarterback in the paper, but we ain't talking about the fact that my boys on defense didn't give up no points.
I never said it was fair. I never said it was fair. But that whole
narrative is out the window with me, man. I'm telling you.
I never said it was fair.
You're not gonna win without no defense.
At the end of the day, the fleas come with the dog. Period. Bottom line, I never said it was fair.
Fleas don't come with dogs. It's only when you don't take care of your dog, man. I'm just saying.
My dogs don't have no. I don't think my dogs ever had fleas.
Listen, the Legion of Boom single-handedly.
I was just going to talk about the Legion of Boom.
Won that game. So much that Denver went out the next year and said, we need a defense. You had the top offenses back-to-back years get shut out by top defenses. Stop telling me about a quarterback. I don't want to hear it no more. Because when you got a team like you got a defense like the Legion of Boom, who scored for you, and you don't want to score.
You dictate what teams do when you got a defense like that.
So Russell Wilson was making timely. Russell Wilson might not at that time that you're talking about when they won the Super Bowl. He wasn't giving you the volume of elite play that he's giving us now. What we're seeing now.
The strength of that team was the defense.
Nobody's saying that.
Game and the
run
game.
No one is saying that. But what I'm saying is Russell Wilson was making elite plays in that Super Bowl.
No. First, Lockett, Baldwin in there doing some crazy catches and during that run. Let's not act like those balls were in five positions. First had to come out of each bit to catch one of those balls to keep them in one of those playoff games. And don't do that, bro.
That was also the year that Percy Harvin was balling out and he had that kick.
I didn't even mention Percy Harvin. Thank you, Reason. This is
You're right. I forgot all about Percy was on that team.
All these guys.
Yeah, the kick return for touchdown.
Making some huge impact plays, man.
So your point. Nobody's saying that they didn't help. Nobody's saying that. Who said that? See again, you try to put work. You all you're doing is hearing what you want to hear. You're not.
The defense won that championship.
That's all we're saying.
The defense. All we're saying is the defense was that put them over the top.
And
defense made Cam Newton quit.
And when they beat the Denver Broncos, you got a legitimate argument because they had.
And the last time the Green Bay Packers won, Reggie White helped them get that one.
In this particular argument about the Legion of Boom, I will give you that because the defense got three turnovers. They had three turnovers for touchdowns that game, I believe. So the defense actually scored in that game. So you got a legitimate argument in that regard.
And the Eagles,
you have a legitimate argument.
Well, the other thing is the only time Rodgers ever won a Super Bowl, the Packers were top 10 defense when Rodgers won a Super Bowl.
Again, nobody said you don't need it. Nobody said a defense don't give you a chance. Nobody ever said
that. Made Cam Newton quit, and he was the MVP that year.
Hey, side note, guys, on Finsanity. Side note, real quick, Finsanity, you watching this Lakers game?
No, I'm on here with you.
Oh, you missing it, man. Rondo out here dropping dimes, 9 assists at halftime, alleys to LeBron, everything. Woo! I told you Super Bowl. I'm saying Super Bowl. Championship, EM. Lakers.
Certain games you don't have to watch because you already know they're going to win. You don't have to worry. What I need is them play against the Clippers and play better against the Clippers. That's what I need.
Man, it don't matter. Lakers winning it all. Y'all delusional.
Is there anything that TD ever said that you agree with?
If there is, I mean, it's very, very few things that I agree with that young man on. Very few. I told, hey, look,
the Lakers don't have a legitimate shot at winning it all.
Hey, check this out. But you know something? I got to give credit to TD. Hey, hang on. I got to give TD credit. Hey, I got to give TD credit because I listened to TD for a long time, and I would never, ever be on a panel like this. I'm an introverted person by nature. I would never do anything like this.
I brought it out to you. I brought it out to you.
But look, I was so sick and tired of the buffoonery that was being spewed in our community. So I took it upon myself.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt with that on it. I'm gonna get a T-shirt made.
Hey, between TD, the not so great one, K-Flex is all right. I pretty much agree with K-Flex. But between them two, I had to do something about it. I had to take a stand. I said, no more. The people deserve better than this. The people deserve better than this. I said, no more.
Hold on, real quick.
But I got nothing but love for you, TD.
Amen, brother.
Reciprocal, man. All love, man. I love all y'all, man. Even though EM be talking that craziness. But hold on, let me get this straight. EM, you say the Lakers don't have a shot at winning the title?
They got a shot, absolutely, but not against. I just think the Clippers. Anybody that the more athletic teams are a bad matchup for the Lakers.
Man, the Lakers about to run the number one. Hold on. The number one defensive team in the NBA.
Okay, I get all that. But did you see what Toronto did to them the other night?
Listen,
it don't matter. No matter. Still the best record in the league.
They had the African bobsled team playing on their team the other night, bro. And you see all them athletes they had?
Listen, Rondo back, man. It's a wrap.
Siakam's a beast, bro. What is this?
Rondo is back. It's a wrap.
Okay.
It's a wrap, man.
That's a 35-year-old Rondo right there.
Toronto are the champions, right? Until somebody knock them off, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Anthony Davis, 19 points at halftime. Rondo, 9 assists.
And you saw what the Clippers did to him on opening night, right?
Once again, Rondo back. He gets the ball moving for LA. It's showtime. It's showtime.
First of all, pay homage. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron James fan. Let me preface my comment by saying that I'm a Miami Heat fan. But since LeBron was playing tonight, if you look on the back of my shirt, it says LeBron James. But
sorry to hear that.
Like a fan.
Anyway, I don't just like I don't talk about nobody else's football team. I don't talk about no basketball team either. I roll with the Spurs, baby. And I don't engage in dialogue about any other team except the Spurs. All due respect.
Y'all will see, man. Championship Lakers, baby. Hey, man, this has been amazing tonight, man. Cause we coming up on that 12 o'clock midnight hour, at least over here on the East Coast, man. I think this is a good segue to wrap it up. Since EM ain't know nothing what he was talking about tonight. Reason brought the reason. Reason brought the reason tonight. We appreciate your reason, man. Good stuff. Finsanity, I love tonight more than anything because me and Finsanity had our little spout. But when I see you in person, put them hands up.
You better be here for the MetLife takeover. That's what you better do.
Hey, that's the plan. That's the plan, man. I should be there. I still got to get my tickets, man. I still got to get my flights. And Vic Coaster. Vic came through doing this thing. I appreciate you being a voice, Vic. Helping us out with EM ridiculousness.
So
and
how we gonna work this so we can be on the floor, man, for the draft, man? Because I'm gonna talk to my wife about that too.
I'm there.
Let me put it like this. I'm gonna give me about 2 weeks to do a little bit more research because I'm gonna still reach out to some of the contacts I do have in the organization because I have to figure out who is the actual head of the official fan club. They're the ones who usually get the go ahead and gather what people they want and whatever way they want to actually represent the team at the draft. So I'm gonna keep on reaching out to see if I can get some information on that. But outside of that, man, anybody in their right mind that's a Dolphin fan have to realize this is the biggest draft of all time. This would be a huge event where people can go to. But no matter what, I'm going to be there. That's a fact.
Yeah,
I'm going to be there. That's a given. Yes,
quick
sir.
Question, okay. On your, I mean, being that you have probably one of the best channels for YouTube for Dolphin fans, don't you?
Only on Tuesdays. Go ahead.
Oh, come on now. Don't you get press credentials for like stuff? I mean, can't you like be a press person?
I've already done the application for press credentials and went through that entire process. When I spoke to the Miami Dolphins, they informed me that they don't give anyone press credentials off rip. What happens is they've included me. Let me back up. I have press credentials to the extent of their community events and things of that nature. What they want to see is me attend multiple community events, write about it or do videos about it, spread the awareness about it. And it's almost like a probational period where they want to make sure that you're handling it responsibly. Does that make sense? Right. Outside of that, you have to be a part of course, a major network that's already been through that a million years ago, and they can name who they want to go by making a phone call. But somebody such as myself, you have to go through that process, and I'm currently going through that process. The thing is that I found that's been tough is they'll send a community event that's happening on tomorrow this morning. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm in Central Florida, and it's like, they're partnering up with this school for back to school this. But I'm not finna just turn around and go straight down there tomorrow. So it's a give and take. I think that early next year I'll be in a better position to go, do what I do just to get to that point, get to that stage, because that's what it's about. I mean, why can't I be there just like anybody else, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if they can go giving fake news to our people, why can't I go give the real news? You know, I mean, my name ain't EM Dolphins fan. You know what I'm saying? But so that's what I'm doing right now. I do a lot of behind the scenes things and contacts and trying to get things done. Yeah, it's always gonna be a process. Just be patient with me and know that I am doing my due diligence on my end. But nothing's guaranteed, like they told me, and nothing's like for sure. So you just got to be patient and live in what you work with what you got.
Well, let me
come.
tell you this. Let me tell you this.
By the way.
All right, real quick. I was with my family over the weekend. We talked about your channel. We talked about what you're doing. And Jessica, my other half, and I got together, and we talked about probably about 20 people. And we just want to let them know that, hey, you're a real thing, man. That's every day. And then
shout out to you, Vic, man. I appreciate that. That's real love, man. I appreciate you, your entire family, and everybody you let know, man. And I appreciate you always donating to the channel too. Don't think I don't notice and coming through being an asset to what we're trying to grow over here. Everybody on this panel, I appreciate y'all more than y'all ever know. And like I said, Finsanity, put them fists up when I see you. EM, like I said, man, I'm gonna send you a tour care package, man. It's gonna have some vapor rub, some muscle relaxer, some hip flexing, some rubber band therapy, all that good stuff, man.
I hear you, bro.
I got you, bro. But hey, man, last words. Let's go around. We're gonna start with Reason. Talk to us, homie.
I just wanted to say yesterday, it's funny you mentioned the mock draft because I started my big board yesterday. So I've done my top 32 for my big board done. I'm going to be 110% ready for whenever you do that draft show. I'm going to have little blurbs with my picks. I'm not just going to say this guy, this one, et cetera, et cetera. Another thing I want to talk about is I always see it in the chat. People's affinity with Jalen Hurts. Guys, I have a specific QB big board I've done. He's my 7th quarterback. He is not that good.
Wow.
I'm telling you guys right now.
CeeDee Lamb.
Exactly. He struggles to throw at times because his arm is average, and so is his velocity. He always shifts out of clean pockets when he doesn't have to. His anticipation skills are not very good. I have a whole breakdown that I wrote out on this guy because I keep seeing it in TD's chat. Jalen Hurts. So I went back, watched film, and I put together a nice little blurb of him. And guys, it's not going to translate well. What Ball Game said is 110% true. You know, everyone gets on Tua for his receivers. Go watch CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb bails out Jalen Hurts constantly. And look, you know, everyone's talking about the comeback against Baylor this last weekend. Well, I mean, the guy had 3 fumbles, 2 of them were lost, and he had an interception. So, yeah, he threw 4 touchdowns, but he also had 3 fumbles and an interception against Baylor.
3.
Come on. You know what I mean? So the guy's had fumble problems his whole time. And for all you people that love Hurts and hate Tua beat him out by a country mile.
It's ridiculous.
So it's not even
ridiculous.
So
ridiculous.
Get it out of your mind. I
mentioned
mentioned him last time we did the panel. I had final words. I mentioned this guy, Jamie Newman from Wake Forest. If you guys like Hurts, go check him out. As soon as I mentioned him, an hour and a half later on Twitter, a Dolphins film guy broke him down, his game against NC State, and TD actually retweeted the tweet. Go on Twitter, go check some of his game film out. The guy's phenomenal. If you want like Hurts, you're going to fall in love with a guy like Jamie Newman. But
reason before you finish, who's the best player on the Dolphins right now? And J Rock, shout out for the donation. He asked that. Who's the best player on the Dolphins?
Can I count injured people?
Nick Needham.
If we're
non-injured. Let's go non-injured right now.
Nick Needham.
Well, playing these past 2 weeks, Nick Needham has been our best player on the field. But I don't think he's our best player. That still is X, even if he's sitting on the bench.
All right. Well, EM Dolphin, go ahead. Talk to us, man. We already know your best player on the Dolphin right now, Nick Needham. But give us your last thoughts before we get out of here.
Hey, TD, you know what? I'm at like 2%, bro. I might cut out. So
why that couldn't happen 30 minutes ago, Lord.
Hey, I appreciate everybody on the panel tonight. I love this energy and passion. You know, even if TD don't know what the hell he's talking about, I love his passion. Ball game, you too. But yeah,
take the charging cord.
Which part of that?
He said, which part of it? His phone died. He got to take the charger cord out of 2 ankles and put him in his phone. All right. Talk to us, Phins Sanity.
Oh man, I missed this. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just, guys, listen, it's going to be an interesting final 6 weeks for us to see, where we're going to be headed towards in our future, and then like the off season. So you guys are going to start hearing a lot more about like our anticipation of things we're going to be doing. Please be patient with us. We know that you guys want us to kind of focus on what's going on with the team right now. But like we kind of do have to start segueing into our future because that's kind of where we're headed. This is pretty much a season where it's like we kind of got to start giving you guys information about things to look forward to like keep you like somewhat involved, because the stuff that we're doing right now, Jesus Christ, let's pray for this season to just make something of it, of what we have right now. Hopefully next year we're healthier. That's what I want next year. A healthy young team. But I think I'll be here every Tuesday from now on. To everybody in the comments, I absolutely love your constructive criticism, even your harsh criticism. Please do not think that a lot of things do not go unnoticed. We are reading what you're saying. We get your feedback, and we actually love it. It kind of motivates us. Like I know it motivates me because when you guys say I don't know what I'm talking about, I be like, yeah, but I'm gonna let y'all have that one. Mr. Ball Game.
Yes, ma'am.
I miss you, bro. TD, Vic, nice to see you again. And hey, Reason.
Yes.
They want to know if you have a channel. Man, you are the truth. You are something serious. I love how you always have in-depth knowledge, just like TD. That's what kind of
research.
Yes, definitely. I look at people. Do your research. You definitely have it, young man. Keep doing what you're doing because the fan base is going to need a lot of this, a lot of your knowledge, and you, Mr. Ball Game, coming up into this off season that we're about to have. And this is what's going to make this channel completely amazing. Your knowledge.
Thank you very much. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
Bless up. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm flattered.
Just tell her stop agreeing with EM. All right, Vic, it's on you, Vic. Talk to us, Vic.
Oh man, I tell you what, guys, I'm just an average fan. I've been doing this with the Dolphins since they started. I mean, I remember sitting around as a little kid, 3-4 years old, watching Miami win a Super Bowl. And I tell you what, you guys have taught me more in the last year and a half that I've ever learned about Miami football. So TD, Jersey, ball game, you guys are the best. I don't know near half as much as you guys do, but I know I'm a diehard fan. I'll never, ever quit. And I know I trust on you guys to bring me the best I can. So I'm here just as an average fan, just like the rest of us, but you guys are the cream of the crop. You guys bring it all to us. And no matter if we differ in opinion, we still have one love, and that's the Phins. So I appreciate all you guys. I mean, as I speak from the whole, our whole fan base and our whole TD Fin family. I'm going to be a mod. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking to the Phins. This takes me away from that. So I'm really, I'm okay not being here every week, but, I enjoy just talking to you guys and sharing, my dream is to, again, win a Super Bowl. I watched 71, 72. I've been here the whole time, and I just enjoy it, man. I enjoy it immensely. So keep up the good work, guys.
Who's the best Dolphin player before you go?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Right now. That's cheating.
Oh, right now? Oh, man, right now, best Dolphin player? Oh, it's got to be someone who has the love for the game and that tries their hardest without anything coming back. So, you think about those guys that are doing it for no reason. It's got to be the whole team right now because they are doing it just for the love of the sport. They want a job. So this whole team right now is outperforming what they would do on any other team. So what can you complain about that? Just give it up to the whole Dolphin team right now. That's what it's about.
Fins up. Hit the fins up in the comment section, y'all. I appreciate you, Vic. Love you, bro.
All up, man.
Finsanity, I didn't get your number one Dolphin right now.
Okay.
And don't say Ryan Tannehill. I know it's true, but come on now.
Man, listen. I'm just going to say the best. They said player, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Don't say Charles Harris. I know you think about it.
No. You know what? Seeing the growth and the development of our linebacking core has really made me hopeful that we kind of are getting the answer solution. So I'm gonna say the linebacking core because they're working together. And it can be you can get very selfish at times playing that position. But for them to, even when they had to coach up Baker this weekend, but the fact that they're playing for each other and they're taking care of their area of the field and their gaps and all that, I'll give it to the linebacking core. They're really impressing me
there you go. Good job. Good job.
Core, like it. Mr. Ball Game, holla at us, man.
My guy's hurt. My guy was hurt last week. I'm gonna go individual because I always told my boys on my defense, if you gotta sell out a little bit, as long as you ain't hanging a guy behind you out for dry, I'm okay with it. And they playing for each other, so Raekwon, man, McMillan, that's my guy right now.
I guess he's still playing. He just ain't played last game.
He didn't play last week. People,
is he playing this week?
He should be back.
So Lord, they had Rashad Jones at linebacker.
Yeah,
I hope he playing.
There's a big difference when he on the field nowadays. I mean, so that's my guy, man. It hurt me. It hurt me a lot when I watched him get hurt on the kickoff as a rookie, and then people was like, "Oh, this guy's a bum." But in theory, he only had 2 years now. It's 2 seasons. You know what I'm saying, of actual NFL experience. Because the first year he missed a complete one. So
because I was down on him.
To see the maturation of him, man, is more than enough for me to buy into the coaching staff too, because they believed in him. I think they brought Sam in. They brought Sam in to push him. He answered the call, and I think him, Baker, and whoever they add. And when Van Ginkel gets back, that's going to be one hell of a unit to deal with for a future, for a long time to come. As long as we can keep them together, and they don't get greedy. We gonna be all right.
As long as they don't get greedy.
I think across the board, man, I look forward to my Tuesdays. Reason, Finsanity, Vic, I know you've seen you here a couple times. TD already know what I share without. I'm ride or die at this point. I got my sons helping me, man, put together a list of names for the spinoff channel and all that stuff. I'm gonna be on top of that, bro. Probably in 2000, 2020, man.
Okay.
I'll launch my channel too, and then I'm gonna need you, like what we talked
I'm
about.
holding you to it, bro. You already know I got you for sure.
For sure. So
and that's gonna run quick, man. That's gonna roll.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with that guy sometimes, man. But we gotta embrace it. We gotta embrace everybody, man. Even the outliers, they need love. So
gotta have the yin.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep praying for him because I think, man, if he can have it this way, all 32 picks will be Tua. You know what I mean? Everybody would take a Tua.
Nah, hey, let him tell it. Even the 32nd pick would be Tua brother that played for Alabama. His last name Tua. Hey, he need his family with him. Let's go.
Yeah. The crazy thing for me, man, is that like last Sunday's game, I really wasn't overly upset.
Me either.
And I wasn't upset because I still saw guys out there competing,
working hard, working the butts off.
Even when we was out. Raekwon, we was without Taco, and a couple other people were out. You know what I mean?
You can see the outmatching in certain areas. You can just see the outmatching.
Yeah, we were outmatched in certain areas, and they still played through it. You know what I mean? But Bobby McCain gotta go. I don't care what Phins Sanity say. Bobby McCain gotta go. He gotta go.
You don't think he could get better with other players around him to help?
Yeah, if we move him back into the nickel, now that free safety.
Yeah, well, that might be something that's on the board for next season.
Bring him back down. He got to come back down and play inside where he's not as exposed, because up there on the perch or anywhere out there, you know what I'm saying, back there on the back end by himself, man, he's a liability, bro. Like,
I was disappointed in him, especially with tackling. He just scared to go up against some tight ends and make the hard tackle. I was disappointed myself.
But aside from that, I think we're gonna beat the Browns. Their best pass rush linebacker is out of there. Needham got a chip on his shoulders. He's taking on those responsibilities of the best. I think it may be a little outmatched against Odell in terms of talent, but
he's come out party possibly.
We don't know what Baker Mayfield we're gonna get either. So
true.
And with Raekwon back, I'm not concerned about their run game. So I think this is a winnable game as well. We got 6 left. I think we can win 4 of them if they actually really trying to win them. And if that's the case, we definitely not gonna be, because I think the Patriots gonna be priming up for the playoffs, so they're gonna have to get the rust off. You know what I mean? And the last game that I don't think we're gonna win is probably gonna be I just looked at it too. We're gonna beat the Bengals. We can beat the Bengals. We can beat the Jets. Who else?
Browns, Jags.
Eagles. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Eagles.
And they fighting to get in. It'll be a tough one.
They Jekyll and Hyde, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
you're right.
There's at the worst 3-3, 4-2 at best. But I just don't see the Patriots getting. I don't see us stinging the Patriots. So that puts us what, 6-10?
Yeah. That's what I said. We'll get 6. We can get 6 wins. But that's why I asked you earlier. If we can get 6-10 this year, you feel like all we gonna get is 6 next year?
I mean, it just depends on what we move and what we add. But at a minimum, we can be 6-10 next year too. But we have a chance to move ourselves. I think if we go into free agency properly, we can add 3 wins just off of that. So that's 9-7. Possibly 10-6 if we catch somebody that's not prepared for us and they're looking past us. And 10-6 get you in the playoffs.
Yeah.
True.
So, but then that that takes away from us being able to effectively use that draft capital we got. We got to trade out, trade up, swap some picks, do all that type of stuff to get back in and get guys that we really covered. If we actually like Justin Fields going to be coming off the board in the top 5 next year too. So if we don't miss a quarter. If we miss on a quarterback this year, we're gonna have to pay. We have to pay somebody some homage. we're gonna get taxed through the nose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, to go get that kid. But is he worth it? I think so. For me, based on the fact that he can do it all, he's my EM got his tour. That boy is my tour. And I'll wait on him. He's worth waiting on.
Another year.
So,
Nice, man. I hear you, man. This draft, that's the beauty of what we're going through right now. We don't know which direction we're actually going to go. We don't even know where we're going to fall, but we know that it's going to be fireworks regardless.
Vegas going to be lit.
Yes, any. That's why I know you, man. Talk to your peoples, man. Everybody who gonna be in Vegas, man. We gotta meet up and do something big at some point down there. Yeah. That'll be awesome to get as many people as we can at the draft and do a show from the draft.
There you go. I like that.
That'll be lit, man, because this is the draft. If you're a Dolphins fan, this is your future. This is the draft you want to be at. So if we do accomplish the greatness that we want, you can say that you were there for the beginning of all of it when we drafted that player from the undefeated 2021 Miami Dolphins. Or however it work out, man. But this draft is good. And it's in Vegas. I ain't never been to Vegas, but we'll see, man. But, man, above all, I'm just encouraged about our team overall. I love these conversations on Tuesday night. It always gets heated. It always get funny. It always get crazy. And that's what it's about, man. I ain't trying to run the most formal thing and this and that. This is for us to hang out, have a panel conversation, talk our stuff, and be strong about our opinions and stick with it and tell the person who disagree with your opinion to shut up in so many words. But that's what it's about, man, because at the end of the day, I know that we all do have respect for each other. So everybody watching thinking that things are getting out of control, they never are. The people we have on and the group that we have together is nothing but love. We just love our opinion just as much, all right?
Yeah.
But shout out to everybody who did hang out with us tonight. I think our highest point was about 162 people in the room. Appreciate the love and support. Y'all hit that like button. We are 6 likes away from 100 likes. So we want to try to get that 100 likes up. Before we go as well, we want to go ahead and give an updated subscriber count real quick. Let everybody know where we are as a channel. Right now, I have us. We're trying to get to 6,800. Y'all notice every week we're trying to get to the new 100. But right now, I have us at 6,748 subscribers. So we're 52 subscribers away from 6,800. We're going to hit that probably by this weekend or next week. And that'll be awesome. But again, we're trying to hit that 7,000 pretty soon. So let your friends and family members know about the channel. Just like Vic Coaster, I appreciate you letting everybody know about us, man. And actually being an asset to the channel as well. And everybody who does their part, everybody who donate one way or another. We love y'all over here at TD Phins Talk. Y'all keep y'all heads up. Y'all go enjoy your hump day on Wednesday. Make the most of it and live your life trying to help others.
TD, let me do this real quick. Ready? Here's my TD. Ready? Hit the like button.
Hit that like button. I appreciate you, man. That's what's up, man. Let me see if we got 100 likes real quick.
Come on, guys.
Check it out. Oh, we had 103. We good. We 103, man. We 103, man. All right, y'all. But y'all have a good night. It's time for me to watch Rondo put the last bit of this work in with the Lakers. So love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight and everybody who's watching. We love y'all. Peace. It's TD Phins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We love y'all, man. See y'all soon, guys.
All right, yeah.
And Reason, hit me up, bro.
Yeah, well.
All right.
I'll email you.
Yeah. I think we're still here. I didn't end the stream yet. But it's time to end the stream. Peace.